folding if it doesn't boat up anyway.
That's a good point, yeah. We've all told ourselves, I'm folding if this doesn't boat up. And then
Yeah, he had it on right after the last hand.
yeah, and he is gonna shove. And
I got snap called.
Wow, I'm surprised to see the snap. I guess he kind of already decided that he was gonna commit his hand.
Chaz with the jacks. 2 red jacks.
That's JJ's hand.
Does JJ have anything he can compete with? He does.
He
Texas
does.
Poker Champ with the ace-queen.
Chaz is going to try to beat JJ with JJ.
JJ coming in for the re-raise makes it 150. And then Chris has...
He's going to call with sevens.
Sevens, yep. He started with 1,500, it looks like. Maybe 1,600. But he's going to
Out of position.
Chaz makes it 500, it looks like. JJ's going to make the
He's
call.
going to look him up.
Chris decides no. $1,100 pot. Chaz puts out what looks to be $250.
It's not enough equity there. I don't think I would make the call. I think I want a little bit more connectivity from the board.
He checks.
It's a quick check.
Chaz is
He's
getting
trying
tricky.
to give JJ some rope.
Needs to start bluffing it. And he decides to check. Looking for an ace or a queen. Yeah, it would have been interesting. Chaz checking again. 3-bet pre-flop.
He's going to make a bet here. He's going to try to see if he can get nines or something like that to fold. But
Chaz
he's
with the
too
call.
strong.
And Chaz is going to take it down with the jacks.
Oh, no, I'll fucking fall for it. Someone has to fucking fall for it.
Oh, you're about to get physically
Looking to get them around the drinks right now, guys. See if I can do it. And got a raise here from Seti with a pretty good hand. King Queen offsuit.
Oh my god.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh. I knew it. I was like, don't speak news now. Hold it.
We get an all-in from fours from Seti. From Chaz, and Seti's gonna snap call. And I think Seti, I don't know if Chaz added on afterward, but instantly getting another shove pre-flop. And Seti,
We're looking for a very low flop.
it's a 50-50.
We're trying to connect. We need a low board.
And this is a reverse of what Seti was in last time. Oh, and it's a 4 on the flop. Seti drawing pretty much dead. Needs runner straight here. And it's not going to happen. Chaz boats up, and I think they probably run it once.
Oh, well, I'm dead.
So she's cool with you. He's
gonna be covered.
Oh, is Chaz slow rolling? Oh my goodness, Chaz slow rolls the shit out of Seti. And you know that you can see that they're really good friends there. And we also have a ton of awesome content on that. And Preston is going to wake up with aces in one of the blinds here.
I think he's gonna just limp it for the extra 10. Oh my god, he's going for a raise. That is surprising.
And the sizing is weird. I like it and I don't at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Would you prefer bigger or smaller?
I think because everyone's going to call the way that the action went, and it's a $20 straddle, I'm really surprised at how small this is. But
yeah, it might be because he doesn't feel like he needs as much protection with aces. Like you can see even, what is that, 4 ways, he's still got 60%. Whereas with a hand like kings, his percent would be a lot lower.
Definitely.
If anybody had an ace, but
like this board. But what I was gonna say was that there's no flop that he's gonna love.
Right.
And the problem is that this is one of the worst flops. And Alex with open-ended and a pair, as well as backdoor flush, is just in this spot. When Alex calls with 2 left behind, you're not feeling super good here.
No, you're definitely not. I mean, and Alex is going to flat a lot of strong hands. I think he would probably just call with even sets. And Alex is just going to make basically the nuts here. And I think Preston's going to check this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd be hard-pressed to see him bet here.
And the question is, do you think Alex is going to bet this in position?
I see a check. I see a bet. He does go for a small bet. I do like both plays.
Yeah, Preston having the ace of spades, I think, is a bad card for him because you're going to want Alex to have spades in this spot, you know?
Alex has been shown to bluff, but this spot is not an easy spot to bluff. Preston does call.
Yeah, you're basically only beating spade draws, I think, and maybe hard draws that floated the flop.
Yeah, and an ace would be. Oh, that's a terrible card for Preston. That is a really bad card for Preston. The way that the action ran out, he's still going to have spades that he's going to be bluffing here, and we've seen that Alex is able to bluff in this spot, and Preston is getting a decent price. Yeah, this is rough for Preston.
Yeah, do you think he gets away from this? No, he does.
No.
He does just call.
And, oof.
Looks like Preston's going to be done for the night. Yeah, that's a rough one to end on.
I'm just here for the commentary. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
I hope
Wow,
you're going to get squeezed off and lose probably $200, $250.
Chaz. I was going to say, I didn't know what he was going to go with, but I could see him shoving here, too.
This flop, which is going to be...
Oh, wow.
Give him a 9. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, against a blind range. I mean, obviously he's not blind anymore. I think he looked at his hand before calling.
Yeah, and he definitely pressed on this one.
You already said that.
Well,
you can't just do it again.
I was wondering if he would press on. He did press on. just for those who didn't know what the joke originally was gonna mean, and this 6 is actually a little scary for pressed on, because Chaz does have some 10s, and there's a lot of hands. If he is calling you on this flop, he's not gonna float as much of a hand like Ace Deuce, and it looks like Preston actually might have like 500 more.
Yeah, this is a very committing bet with the 425 when Preston's only got, it looks like, according to the graphic, he's only got like 600 left. And wow, Chaz is going to float here with ace, or not float, I mean, I guess at this point he's just calling down with ace high on this board.
Yeah, and it's also indicative of knowing his image is that Preston is one of the players who will be willing to bet here with Queen Jack, for example. And wow, this river is terrible for Preston. If Chaz goes all in, he's putting him in the blender here, although Chaz does have ace high, which has a bit of showdown value, but this river hits him.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the hands that Chaz is beating, it's going to be like Queen Jack.
Oh, and he goes all in.
Oh, no. Is Preston ever folding here? Yeah,
he
does
snap
make the call.
calls, and he added on for a lot.
Oh, he had 1,500 behind.
No, that's like 2K. Oh yeah,
16. Yeah, 1,600. Okay, so I was the graphic was incorrect. He actually had 1,600 there, not the 600. So there was an extra 1,000 that was in his stack.
Wow, and I love the jam by Chaz.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Chaz. Ant-Man might win a $4,000 side pot with 8 high.
If it's ace of 5 pairs the board.
Oh my gosh. And Ant-Man's going to win the side pot with 8 high. All in.
Yeah. Good shot.
Yeah.
And then immediately acting, and they all.
Another good fold.
So you definitely want to target just full colors with his quads as a player a decent frequency at a time. And he does call. Couldn't be shown the quads. 28.
When that ace hits the river,
Oh,
that's not good.
and I feel, but no, yeah, it does fold.
Hello and welcome everybody. What is up? Welcome to Rounders Card Club, San Antonio, Texas. Tonight, we bring to you the final table of the $100,000 Rounders Roundup. I am Rude, and with me tonight, making a final table appearance, but not in the seat he wanted, is my man, Drew Gonzalez. Bet on Drew. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Rude. Good to be here with you tonight. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a fun one. We are already down to the final table, 24,000 for first, and we have an all-in already. So let's go into the action here.
Yeah, let's just jump right in here. We've got Ace Queen is jamming in seat 3. Is playing under the name Rebuy. And Wayne in seat 8 folds his pocket 10s. Very aggressive. Let's see. We've got names. These guys have names. There we go. Rebuy, playing under the name of Rebuy, is Chris Martin. I actually played with Chris last night in this tournament. This was a really fun structure, Drew. I know you actually made day 2 of this tournament. Sadly, weren't able to make it to the final table, but this was a good time, wasn't it? Good tournament.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, $200 buy-in. It got 876 entries, I believe it was.
Yep.
876, yep. And it's like such a good price point. First place is 24,000, and I got to play with a lot of these guys today. Dakota there in seat 7 with the black hat. He's just had heaps of chips all day.
So bad because it doesn't take much to confuse.
Now, this is really interesting here. If you take a look, Joshua's got Ace Jack there in seat 6. Joshua Hernandez. He's been on a bit of a heater, doing well in some tournaments lately. And right next to him is Dakota, as you just mentioned, also with Ace Jack. He's got position on Josh. So let's take a little gander here and see how he's gonna handle that. Looks like Josh opened to 450. Our blinds are 100, 200 plus a $100,000 big blind ante, right? And Josh is going to open to 450. Dakota calls in position with the same hand, Ace Jack. Seat 9, we have Alex. Alex has pocket 9s. He's going to raise it up. He makes it $1 million.
This is a cool raise. Some of the stacks relative to the blinds are quite small, like Josh opening this Ace Jack off of 13 bigs here and +1. It's really tight, and I think that might be Dakota knows his hand's a little too strong to fold, but he didn't choose to 3-bet it because I think typically that's an option people are looking at. But then now, Alex here, if he 3-bets too big, he's not going to be able to get away from it. But also, if he 3-bets too big from the stack, he just never has bluffs, you know? So I kind of like his sizing there. It leaves him a little bit of room to throw out like a small C-bet on the flop and try to take it down.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take a look at the bottom of the screen there. It has the names and the chip stacks. So the first person on the left is going to be the chip leader. That's Alex there in seat 9. And like you mentioned, Drew, I mean, he had about $5.5 million to start the final table. Now he's up a little, 6.5 million, we'll call it. And then we've got Rebuy and Dakota, both with over 5 million. So those guys have some play.
We got to tell everyone, look at this, seat 5 and 6 right here, father-son combo with this final table sitting right next to each other.
Love it. The Hernandez boys.
Yep.
Ray in seat 5 is the dad. He's got his final table purple on today.
I like that. He is not a stranger to the Rounders final tables. He's made at least 1, maybe 2 other ones here on stream. Wayne here with the ace king suited raises it up 3x of the big blind, 600K. And it's easy for us to know that he's not going to be folding here. He has just 9 big blinds behind.
Yeah, he put a quarter of his stack in, didn't he?
I think he's probably also happy just with taking it down here, and I don't blame him. So our chip leader is Alex H. Rude, huh? And then Miguel is our short stack. Where did we leave off? We were on seat 8 here. I played like 5 hands with seat 8 earlier.
Seat 8 is Wayne.
Wayne, okay.
Wayne just took down that pot, brought his stack up to 2.8 million. And then Miguel is in seat 4. He hasn't played a hand yet. We're just getting started. Miguel Candelario, longtime San Antonio poker player. If you play poker in San Antonio, you know Miguel.
Yeah, right. No.
And yes, Ryan, it is a 100K, so small blind amount for the big blind ante. And I'm not sure where else you'll find that. The only place I've ever played that is here at Rounders. What about you, Rude?
I love it. No, this is the I think it's the only place where I've encountered it myself, but I like it because it kind of gives us a little bit more play. It's not quite as doesn't cost quite as much. Look at this. Cutoff raising with ace 10, and Josh has ace 8 in the big blind, and he's just going to fold it, get out of the way. Good discipline.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. I think a lot of the time we're just going to be defending that ace there, and he probably wanted to, but he's got 9 bigs. He's got more chips than Miguel, pretty close to Joe. It's a very kind of close situation where you don't really want to keep flatting off maybe and then giving away too much of your fold equity, because this is where the real money is made now. So
that's a good point, Drew, what you just brought up. You've got to be very, very cognizant. The chips that you have, you want to kind of preserve your stack so that you can make moves. You don't want to be responding to an opening necessarily unless it's going to be when you're that short, because you need those. First place is going to be taking home 24K, and ninth place is going to be taking 2,400K. So every place that you can move up is really going to benefit you.
Ray's got ace king here on the button.
What a spot to get ace king right on the button.
I know.
When you're supposed to be raising widely. And look at Dakota. Dakota has suited queen jack in the big blind.
So I played with Dakota all day today, and it seems like a good player. He 3-bets with hands like this. I've seen it. This queen jack suited. I think he just calls here. He's never folding because, again, this kind of like short stack. Oh, he does hit here.
Top pair for Dakota, but Ray has a gut shot. He's got 2 overs and a gut shot. Straight draw. He checks over to the pre-flop aggressor, who is Ray.
Ray makes it 350 here. So now this is a spot, 1.5 million in the middle. Ray's got 2.8 behind. Dakota decides to just call here.
By calling, that builds a pot to 2 million. Oh, 8 pairs the board. Brings in a second flush draw.
What do you think here, Rude, for Ray? It's a spot where you really don't want to bet and then get blown off your hand.
I agree. Once he calls, I mean, I think you kind of have some showdown value with ace king. I mean, not kind of, you do. Could have the best hand, but
the question here, I think, for Dakota is going to be whether or not he finds the just call. If he does think that Ray has bluffs here, he wants to just call and let him put off the rest. But if he does go all in, Ray is going to fold. And he does just find the call. Nice. So let's see what Ray does here on the river. Ray looking for, he's got 1 missing out. Dakota's got a queen. He's got 2 overs.
So the pot size, the stack to pot ratio, he's got half a pot bet left. I'm talking about Ray. Dakota's got top pair. Trying to decide if he wants to set him in. Nope, he's going to check. He's going to give him an opportunity to bluff.
Well,
Ray thinks he's hoping he's got the best hand with ace high, but he's going to get the bad news when Dakota turns over top pair with queen jack.
Well done. Well done. Yep. And Ray actually, after losing a lot of his chips there, he's still, I think, going to be middle of the pack with that stack. So that 1.9 million is still a lot of chips. Yeah, we could see here that he is the 3rd shortest.
Mm-hmm. He's in 7th place now. So 1.9 million. As I mentioned, the blinds are 100,000, 200,000. And he's in late position. He's in the hijack, so he's got some hands he can look at.
What's up there? Bald Man in Texas says, I placed in a free roll this week out of 50. Congratulations. Congratulations. And good luck on your poker journey there. It's a journey. I remember my first time cashing in a tournament. It was a good feeling.
Van Trailer has folded his hand. Interesting name. Van Trailer is Donovan.
They got some fun names in the system tonight, huh?
Uh-huh, yeah. Got a good look at seats 1, 2, and 3 there. Donovan, Joseph.
Joseph makes content on YouTube, I believe, as well. It's Joseph. His last name's a lot of letters. C-A-P-I-C.
I'll give it a try, Drew. Caccia Paglia.
Okay. I'm going to roll
Will you accept
with
that as an answer?
I'm definitely going to roll with that, yeah. Yeah,
Joseph
good to see him.
Caccia Paglia. He does some work in the YouTube streets as well, huh?
Yep.
Good. It looks like Ray picked up some chips there.
What's up there, Kamala? Good to see you. I know. How cool is this? The father-son combo, seats 5 and 6. Like, not only did they have to navigate through 876 people, but then they had to get down to the final 9. And then, however the seating worked out, random draw, they're sitting next to each other, right?
That's funny. And they know each other's moves, you know? That's going to be tough for Ray. He's got his son on his left.
That is an interesting dynamic, especially if they talk poker a lot. You kind of know how the other person's thinking, how you look at a lot of spots the same. Of course, you're not going to go out of your way necessarily to try and bust each other, but they're still obviously rooting for each other. So it's kind of like a fun spot to watch here.
Yeah, I agree. And I can tell you that they do play similarly. I've played with each of them, and I've got them typed similarly.
That's cool. I mean, I'm not rooting against anyone, but it would be really cool to see at least one of them take it down just because of the story here.
How about heads up? Maybe we get them heads up.
Oh, that's so greedy, but I feel that. I like that. I like that. It's very greedy, but I like it. All right, so we got to raise and take here.
Reba is going to take another one down. Drew, I see JW in the chat also. He says that he played with both of us in the tournament. JW, identify yourself, please. Who's JW? Do you know
what's up, JW? Not off the top. Oh, maybe it was Josh. Maybe it was Joshua, I think. I believe it was him. I believe he made day 2, and we got to play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's him.
Okay,
what's up,
nice.
Josh? Younger guy? You got young vibes, Josh. I like it. That's how I would describe it. That's the only way I know how to describe him. What's up there? Sawmill 03 says, let's go Dakota. Shout out to everybody here rooting on your friend, your family. Thanks for hanging with us. Dakota got ace-5 in the cutoff. He covers the players behind. Dakota is, I believe, our chip leader now. 7.5 million chips. Good for about 37 bigs. Ooh, I like this hand, Rude. 9-7 suited in the big blind for Van Trailer.
Yeah, he's already got some chips in there, so it's going to cost him $250 more to see a flop. King 9-8, 2 clubs for Van Trailer. That's a pretty good flop for his hand.
That's an awesome flop. The question is how he plays it. It's going to be a lot of checking here, and then we'll see if Dakota thinks his ace high has enough showdown to just check back. But we see here he is going to bet it. Just try to take it down here.
Yeah, he's got a ton of kings in his range.
That is interesting because at certain stages of a tournament, we might look at this flop and just want to get it in. But he's kind of middle of the pack. He's got a nice stack. He could just play it slow,
And
but he
look what
decides to raise.
Van Trailer's doing. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice. So he was ready to play a big pot there. And you can't really fault him for that, right?
Yeah, I like that. That was he had a lot of equity. I didn't catch exactly what the percentages were, but I just know intuitively that's a hand that's a flop that you really are very, very fortunate to see with that hand. That's nice.
Yeah, I'll tell you the percentages. The percentages are I have pair and flush draw, 20 bigs. Let's get it, right?
Back the truck up.
Yeah.
Drew John Anderson is in the chat also. You and I both were on the table with him a couple of nights ago.
What's up there, John?
I think he wants your headset and my headset. He wants us to retire. Suggested we retire from the announcing gig.
I think we're too young. We're too young for that.
Not quite ready yet.
Our poker energy, very young.
And tournament plays hard.
Dakota coming in with a raise here with the fours.
Look at Alex,
Ooh.
the chip leader. They give him 2 aces.
Yep. Second, Dakota has him covered slightly. I wonder how far
you're right.
he wants to go. Yeah.
Very similar stack sizes, though.
Another small 3-bet. We saw him go real small with the 9s re-raise a little bit ago, and he keeps it consistent with another small re-raise with the aces. What's up there, Jason? Thanks for the kind words. Glad to have you here. What's up there, Sawmill, as well? Everybody lurking tonight for this 100K Roundup final table.
Dakota wants to see a flop with his 4s.
I don't blame him, Rude. That's getting a good price there. He's got a lot of chips. Imagine if you hit a 4 and you stack second place chip stack.
King high board. 2 hearts on the flop. 2.3 million in the pot, and Alex bets what is that? About 800,000? 800,000, yeah, maybe third pot bet.
Look at that. He's sending a message. You see that at the end there, Rude?
Yeah, he flashed the aces.
Showed the aces. He's like, I'm not messing with you. Okay, we don't have to do this. We'll see though. If maybe we'll see later if he uses it, as a bluff. I like to sometimes show like good cards and spots that way I can get away with it with bad cards and whatnot. I don't know if Alex is trying to do that, but it's always an interesting thing.
Hold on. Let me grab a pen and paper real quick. Let me write this stuff down. I got to add this to my playbook.
Oh, I'll tell you later. Don't worry. I'll give you the notes. I'll give you the playbook, Rude.
Yeah, so very important marketing. He's showing what he had, and it's a couple of different reasons for doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's fun.
King 10 off suit for Ray. Good enough for a raise. Just 2x bet. Oh, and look at
Kings.
Joe C.
Yep. Joe's got 10 bigs.
Jams. 10 bigs with pocket kings. Everybody taking a look before he ejects. And Ray's got to let go. King 10 is just a bit, just not strong enough, is it?
No, definitely not. It's one of those hands that you just know, like, everyone showed their cards. Let's go. Friendly table. That's cool. You raise King 10 and just know you're like folding it the majority of the time. It's like
any pushback.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's so pretty, not really, a little bit enough that you want to raise it, but it is definitely a troublesome hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fairly easily dominated.
By the way, everyone, here's what we're playing for tonight. 24,000 for first place. Everyone is locked up 2,400 on this $200 buy-in event. We're going to see some small ladders until we get up to 5th place. Then we start to see some 1, 2K, 3K, 6K, 7K ladders. Thanks for hanging in tonight.
Josh and Dakota with the same hands, same starting hands again, but they both folded this time. Ace 4 for each of them. And trailer actions on him in the cutoff. 10 deuce offsuit. He wanted to do something, but just not good enough.
I gotta go all in. So.
Miguel, tough spot losing his big blind and his ante. He's going through the small blind now, and he has, I believe, about 800K in chips. So he's got like 4 big blinds.
Yeah, blind versus blind action there. Rebuy and Miguel, also known as Cuban Miguel.
Cuban Miguel. I played with Cuban Miguel a bunch. He always seems like a fun kind of like upbeat energy, you know, very spicy or something. Spicy, I think, is the word.
Spicy is a great word. Spicy like salsa.
Yeah.
I understand he's a fantastic dancer.
I can see that. I believe it. That's cool. I can't dance, man.
No, sure you can.
No, my body doesn't move like that.
It may not move the same way as his, but I'm of the belief that everyone can dance.
I dig that. I think my dear friend Miss Ebony Kenny would agree with you.
Nice. She seems to have a great spirit. I'm sure she's not shy about dancing.
Nope, not at all. Van Trailer coming in with the raise here. Ace 9 of spades, and looks like he's going to take it down. Blinds are up is heard.
We heard Bert announcing that. Shout out to our dealer in the box.
What up, Bert?
And there's the updated chip stack counts. Alex has retaken the lead. Rebuy has moved into second chip position. Rebuy is seat 3. We've got 4 people with more than 5 million chips.
Ooh, the Kings. I see the Kings.
Wayne's got 2.4 million. The big blind is now 250,000.
Looks like he's coming in 600K. Yep.
Oh, Miguel. We got a jumper here. Miguel finds ace jack on the button. Ace jack suited. Maybe he can play it better than I played my ace jack suited.
You mean your ace queen suited when you hit your jack on me the other day?
Oh my gosh. Don't bring that up.
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
That sounds ominous. All right. We got kings for Wayne, and Miguel is all in. He's asking for hearts.
Let's go. You don't have to worry about it.
Miguel's looking for an ace. 9-8-5, 2 clubs, only 1 heart. No, well, they could chop.
Some more outs and chop outs.
Yeah, 10. He's got 4 10s, 6 for chop, 7 pairs the board. That's going to be it for Miguel.
Yep. GG's there. Miguel.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to have Miguel around for a little bit longer. He's entertaining personality, fun to have at the table. But
really
Wayne is going to knock him out of the tournament.
I love the sportsmanship there, going around the table, giving everyone handshakes, GG's.
Yeah, that's a paintball, baby.
Yeah, Miguel's going to take home 2.4K on that.
Yeah, not $100
for this tournament.
Yep, and we're down to 8. 3,100 now locked up for everyone. That was a $700 ladder. Next ladder is going to be an $1,100 ladder and then 1,300 as we climb up. And also, everyone, if you're enjoying the stream tonight, you like final tables, can you do us a favor and just go ahead and hit the like button on this video? We really appreciate that. If you enjoy this content as well, you can also subscribe to the channel.
Also, if you like puppy dogs and kittens, you can like this channel.
See, I forgot that part. That's an important part, everyone. That's easy.
If you like oxygen, also good reason to like this channel. Preston Fox in the chat. He knows what it's all about. If you're watching, you're liking.
I like that Preston guy. You know that?
I like him too. You know, I got the opportunity to meet his little boy today.
Ooh, nice.
We happened to be walking into the gym at the same time this morning, and
you and his little boy was walking in.
Well, I was walking in.
Already?
Preston was carrying his little boy. I don't know how he was doing it. I mean, this dude is a chunker. He's about I would say 12 to 14 months old. Cute kid.
Little boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this kid is a significant amount of baby mass.
Well, I need an exact.
Well, they should. It's the math. Add his and that.
Carry the two. Yeah.
I'm down 20.
Okay. Alex with another big hand.
Looks like we're just getting some chip count updates. Yeah, we had a little graphic error there where it said that Red the River, the last hand is a 10, which gave Miguel the winning hand, which was incorrect because the river was a 7 and the kings held. So we just got sorted through that. And yeah, Alex with the queens here.
Under the gun. Makes it 550 to go. By the way, Van Trailer, I believe he had ace 10.
Yeah, made a quick fold.
Under the +1. Yeah, I didn't make a meal of it, as they say. Got rid of it quickly.
Yep.
Now, no resistance at all.
Yep, no show on that one either.
Christina was hoping to see you and Hannah on the final table. I'll bet you were too, Hunter.
Yeah. Hey, Christina. I had a vision of that as well myself. I was like, oh, that would be so sick. Like, there's a chance. There's a non-zero chance that could have happened. And I believed enough today going into it that it could have. But unfortunately, this time it didn't. It didn't. But Hannah and I have been close to a double final table before. Back in 2022, maybe, we were final 2 tables in a tournament at the Orleans in Vegas. And I ended up finishing, I don't know. I actually don't remember. But then I think she finished like 12th or something. She like kind of more so bubbled the final table. I was a bit back. So we've been close. We'll keep trying, I promise.
I'm sure you will.
Yep.
Golly, look at Dakota's got an ace on the button. Oh, the action's on Josh. He's already gone all in with the ace deuce of clubs. Dakota's going to make the call with an ace of his own. But
whoa, kings for Wayne.
Wayne
the dream. Hand. Look at him again, Wayne. What do we do here? He's got 3.5
over the top.
Yeah, he doesn't have much more.
He's got to make sure Alex doesn't get in there.
Yes, we do. By the way, before it's too late, we have a father-son combo, seat 5, seat 6 here. And now the son, Josh here, is all in seat 6 with the ace deuce of clubs versus kings. Josh is going to need an ace. And an ace only. One more card. Needs to be an ace, or Josh is going to be our 8th place finisher today. Dang, GG's.
That's going to be it for the Hernandez. Half of the Hernandez boys.
Rude, I'm clapping here, man. GG's, Josh. I wanted to see this father-son combo go further for sure. But great job to both of them getting to the final table. And GG's to Josh, finishing 8th from 876 entrants. Josh is going to take home $3,100. And now all players have locked up $4,240, Rude.
Great run, Josh. Josh is one of those guys. He's a pleasant person to play against.
Seems like it. Seems like it.
And now it's up to
it
Dad.
Sinful to look at your own son and say, "Better him than me."
That's a question for the internet.
I love that, man. That's just.
Put that on the
We allowed him to have so much fun at so many times in his life.
Yeah, that's
Now
right.
it's like, okay, let me have some fun. We got to have fun together.
It's funny too the way that Ray posed that question. He says, "Is it sinful to think better you than me, son?" Ray's a preacher. I don't know if you knew that, Drew.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ray's a full-time preacher, and I added the full-time myself. I know he's a preacher. He has been doing that for a while, but it's so funny, just kind of, thinking it over.
I love the energy behind it and just how competitive it shows that they are, and obviously they love each other, but they're rooting for each other. But yeah, when you're in this spot, it's not show friends, it's show business, right? You gotta do what you gotta do, and he's happy to catch the ladder. So shout out to Pops there.
What do you think about this small blind leading?
The small blind leading here, this is nowadays in tournaments pretty standard to just like call small blind, stab flop. And usually this flop here with the ace is kind of nice. Small blind's going to have more aces than the big blind when the big blind doesn't raise, typically. So you can comfortably just limp and stab there. And I think it's a nice play to have in tournaments.
And it doesn't have to be very big, the sizing, I assume.
Yep, no, it doesn't have to be big. It can be small. It can be even one blind sometimes. People look at their hand, they're like, oh, I didn't invest more. I'm going to let it go. And it did work out that time for Van Trailer. So nice hand.
Rebuy with a weak ace under the gun. Won't make a play at it. Wayne a little later in the action with an ace, ace-7. Sizing up his bet. Decides on 550. Only 3 players to get through.
So Joe's got a typically defendable hand, but he's on a bit of a shorter stack here at this final table. And yeah, he does decide to let it go. What do you think, Rude? You like defending the old King 5 offsuit there?
I do not like defending the King 5 offsuit there in that situation. I agree. Maybe if you're deeper, you can, you're blocking the ace king and the king queen suited, things like that. But yeah, I don't want to get into trouble.
You know what type of trouble I like to get in there, Rude? I like to sometimes hit him with the min click on that short stack. Like, oh, what does this mean? It's got to be aces, right? That's not typically what they do, though. Actually, what they say is, for me, that's small, I call, and then I lose post flop. Yeah. That's usually what happens.
Wayne's got some hands to play, doesn't he? Oh, he's going to let the queen jack suited go.
Wayne's upset with himself. You see that? He just rubbed his face. Wayne, that hurt me a little bit too.
Yeah, I was surprised.
He's got some bigger stacks behind him here. Maybe he's trying to avoid a awkward situation.
It's a very playable hand, though, Wayne.
I love that hand, Rude.
Yeah, I do too. That's a Jackson play, too. Look at this. He had queen jack. Joe's got jack 9. Reebok's got jack 3. The jack 9 is going to raise from the small blind. Big blind folds on to the next hand.
Look at that, too. He just made it the minimum raise, made it 500K if I read it right, and takes it down. Kind of nice to see, especially when you're in the small blind, out of position there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a nice takedown for him.
It feels good, right?
Feels great. I love it. I feel like I'm going to try that and see if it works.
He's got
I don't think it'll ever.
stack.
Yeah, yeah. It's like nice play. I like that. And confirmed, this is from Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas. This tournament started with 876 entries. We're down to the final 7 right now. And first place is $24,000. Joe has an ace on the button, and he's got about 11 blinds here. Looks like he's not going to be going all in. He's going to go for a raise.
Ray's feeling it. He's going to defend with the suited 8-5. Thinking about it, is he going to?
Yep, he's going to defend.
Okay.
I do believe Ray is the shortest stack. He's got a pretty semi-suited connector facing just over a min raise.
And he flops bottom pair.
Yep.
Damn, look at that.
Hitting him with the stop and go. I love it. That's what you are typically looking to do on this type of stack. He's only got 4 blinds behind. He's got backdoor flush draw, hits a pair, and is banking on Joe having a hand like this, ace deuce. Joe's going to likely call if he has like ace queen, ace 10, but ace deuce is a pretty big miss.
No hearts in his hand either.
So, that's always interesting. Just Joe could have jammed the button and then Ray would have to fold, but Joe decided to just open and Ray decided to call on a shorter stack, which not all players will. Some players will look at that 8-5 suited and just be like, okay, I'm just going to wait. They'll fold. But Ray, having this stop and go play in his arsenal, understands here if he is the shortest stack. Let me see. Yeah, I think Ray was the shortest stack there, and now he's jumped Joe actually. So that was a little short stack.
Yeah,
short stack battle.
That was important between those two. That little battle. Yeah, Ray flopped enough of, or hit enough of that with his hand that he felt it was a good play.
You guys are correct in the chat. This was a 2-day tournament, and the first starting flight was this last Wednesday. I believe 8-day 1 flights, like
yes.
210 says. Yes. So Alex is our current chip lead. Slight chip lead over Wayne, who is in seat 8. So 9 is our chip leader. Second is seat 8. And then Rebuy in seat 3. Very close, though. 6 million chips. Rebuy with the Jack 10 here. Looks like he's going to raise it up 550 from the cutoff.
Uh-oh. 2 cowboys for Dakota.
See what sizing he goes with, Rude. 550 raise. Looks like he's going about 1.5, I think. That's my guess. 1.4.
Yep, just under. So that's
Wait.
significant. That's like 30% of his stack. Rebuy doesn't think about it very long. Makes the call.
Yeah, very, very quick. We got a big pot here. 3.2 million chips. So definitely a situation where we can see a bet and an all-in on this flop.
853. $3.2 million in the, we'll call it 3.3 million in the pot. $770, I think I heard. 775.
Yep, 775. And the Jack 10 makes an easy fold. Nice hand to code with the kings. Chips up quite nicely there.
What do you think of that bet sizing? I happen to like it. It was small. It wasn't even what was it, 20%? Less.
Yeah, it was about 25%. Yeah. So I like it. I think it's a cool sizing. And if that's his regular sizing in a situation like that, it's kind of nice. It allows for him to have some bluffs sometimes with that sizing, but also with the stack to pot ratio being 1-to-1 there, he could kind of just bet around 25%, 30% and expect for it to put his opponent to a decision or decide if they want to play, given how many chips he has behind. And also, another thing, leave your opponent some room to make some aggressive mistakes. So it's a very multifunctional bet size.
Mm-hmm. Joe jams with pocket fives. He's going to get through.
Yep. I think that's the best way to handle the fives there. You don't really want to see a flop. A lot of people are going to, he's got fold equity still here. He had like 2.5 million or so going into that. And that's a notable amount of anyone's stack. So he's just going to get that through a lot of the time. Helps keep him alive.
Yeah, Donovan is in seat 1, Hook Pilot. He's playing as under the name Van Trailer.
Dakota coming in for the raise with the ace-8 offsuit in the cutoff. Alex folds the king 10, and Van Trailer has a defendable hand. Queen 8 offsuit. But he does let it go.
Let's go. In this case, he happened to be dominated. But
yep.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, so we got a little bit of a dealer change. Everyone, we have a dealer change.
It's a full-on dealer change.
Full-on dealer change. It's actually happening, which gives me an opportunity to tell you about one of the tournaments here at Rounders, the Big 50. Tomorrow, Monday, 10,000 guaranteed, $160 buy-in. You can register from 6 o'clock to 9:45. This is one of our bigger weekly events on Monday. You get one rebuy for $125, 60,000 chips, no add-on. This is a nice tournament, and first place is typically around what would you say, Rude? Like 2.5K, 3K?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. It depends on the size of the field, but it can be get up to 4,000 sometimes.
Yep.
Like, in fact, I think we have that tournament going on right now in the room. We had a Sunday version of this tournament, and today wasn't one of the bigger fields, but first place is getting 3,000.
Nice. Yep. The Sunday special Big 50 today because we, of course, had more people at the club playing the day 2 of this event.
Good luck, everyone. Well, they don't run PLO here, really. So. Yeah. Houston's a deal. That's what everybody said. I hear Austin, Lodge runs a Kilo game every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not super juicy.
Oh, it was the big story from the lodge happened several months ago. Some girl bought in real small, then up to $85,000.
Really?
And then lost it all.
Yeah, I heard the story. How much?
Wayne is opening with Queen 10 offsuit.
That's unbelievable.
Makes it 575 to go. Van Trailer waking up with pocket 10s.
And those parallel hands get me. I feel like if I had 85, if I got to 40, I'd be like, oh, well.
Well,
Looking for a 3-bet here from Van Trailer.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of regulars left and went to the bank and came to the table and had a cover.
They're like, we're gonna get it.
I'm leaving, man.
Yeah.
He raises it, makes it 1.6 million to go.
I don't know what she
And
thought
Wayne
she was gonna do.
wastes no time in letting it go.
Hey, well, no, you can't.
Queen
Nice
10,
pickup
kind of a
there.
marginal hand.
That was her goal.
Yeah.
Very marginal. Very similar to the conversation we had earlier. King 10. Just one of those hands. You know what? We'll raise, see what happens. And facing resistance, not too hard of a hand to let go.
Seen a lot of gamblers who are like,
You see the back and forth
this kid
between
shoots my line,
Preston and Trey.
you know, and they just go crazy because they just think you can just.
Oh, I saw Trey bust out. He was at a table behind me today
Yeah.
on day 2. Yeah. Always rooting for Trey to make a run.
What will change your life and what won't. But
Yeah, but it's not going to change their mind.
right.
Yeah, he unloaded the clip.
Like if you were to play
He was firing.
situations where it's like
You got to.
I don't know, you play like
For the
a
glory,
double
man.
mid
For the
situation
glory,
where
right?
you made
100%.
final table with the pay jump from
I wonder if he
30
feels
to
glorious
60,
tonight.
$450,000.
Maybe a little bit less glorious in these moments, huh?
It's not like
Jacob got 12th. He missed the final table by 3.
Nice run there, Jacob.
Yeah. Good job,
Oop.
Jake.
Raise all in with the pocket 3s. 2.2 million chips. 9 big blinds.
King 4 suited from the button. No, no, and no. Gets one through.
Very nice. I'm sure Ray's happy about that one. I would be.
Trying to be cool there.
yeah, his other son.
I'm trying to think about what to do here.
His other son's behind him.
Oh, there's Jake. Turn that frown upside down, Jake.
Jacob, buddy, I was rooting for you after you got my chips. I was like, okay, I dig it. You know?
That's weird. I gave Jacob my chips too. On a different day, though.
Nice run, though, Jacob. I was rooting for you, buddy. All right, we're back to the action here.
Queen Jack suited. There's that hand we like to play, Drew, in the
I love
cutoff
it.
this time.
I love it. A little Queen Jack suited or 8-10 suited, Rude. Those are my top 2.
Oh, wow.
Not aces. I don't get aces. I don't get aces enough. I've chosen new favorite hands.
Yeah. Got to make it work, right?
Yep, you're right. Ooh, this is a nice hand too. Ace-5 suited.
From the small blind, everybody just calls. Sometimes we elect to 3-bet with that hand.
Yep, for sure. I think that was an option.
Top pair for Van Trailer on the Queen 9-7 board.
One bet, 1 million.
Win it, brother.
Pair of queens takes it down, but moves to Joe. Joe is our small stack at the table, but he and Ray are very, very close. They're virtually tied, about the same. 2.2, 2.3 million for each of them.
It does seem like
Van Trailer taking his spot, his turn at the top right now. Drew?
Yeah, he's been playing well and getting some cards, so it's nice. He's in a very comfortable position, I would say. And this is definitely going to be a battle. I'm kind of getting the vibe that these players know how to play their short stacks as well. There are some spots where players could have jammed, I think, in some other situations, but calls were good options as well. And they're navigating. They're navigating.
Under the gun, Queen 10 suited. He'll wait. Suited Queen in the cutoff for Joe C. He's going to let it go, wait for a better spot. And Ray with suited King in the small blind just calls. Interesting.
Yeah, I like just going all in here.
I think I would have jammed also with this. We really want to pick up those chips in the middle, right?
Maybe he was potentially trapping Dakota as well. Maybe he was ready to go all in with the hand.
That's a great point. Look at this. Maybe he knew he was going to flop trip sixes.
Hey, if he did, that's amazing. That's an amazing power. Let's see if Dakota stabs.
Oh, and he checks. Dakota takes the bait. Maybe he thinks there's no way the preacher would be playing trip sixes.
I'm assuming that Dakota thinks when he gets checked to there that Ray is just going to be doing a lot of check folding and just he needs to bet right away. Ooh, he gets there though. Dakota hits a straight, Rude. Ray has trip sixes.
Nasty.
We're going to see fireworks, everyone.
No way Ray gets out of this.
No.
Unless he pairs the board.
No, and I think Ray here recognizes that the board is starting to get a little bit more wet, and he doesn't want to risk checking and giving Dakota a free card. So it looks like he's going to lead out here. He's in the neighborhood of like 500-600, it looks like. 400 maybe. Yep. So he goes with a third pot, leaving himself 1.4 million behind. Now, Dakota with the straight. He's got to decide what he's going to do. What do you like here, Rude?
Jeez, I don't know. I think I'm just going to try to take it all right now. I mean, he's got the bottom side of the straight.
I think the question is whether or not Ray has some bluffs here when he check call leads. Because if he does have some bluffs, then I think Dakota wants to just call here and allow for him to bluff river. But he does go all in. He thinks Ray's got a strong enough hand to call, and very, very unfortunate turn for Ray, but nice turn for Dakota, of course.
One card to come.
Ray needs an 8, a king, or a 7 to stay alive here. He is the at-risk player.
Other way around.
There we go.
It's okay. Deuce on the river. No help to Ray. GG's, Ray.
Congratulations to Ray.
Claimed another Hernandez boy, but that was a great run.
Look back at the stream and 60.
Congrats to Mr. Hernandez.
Yep. Ray is going to finish in 7th place tonight. Good for $4,240. Players are now all guaranteed to take home at least $5,540, with the first place prize being $24,000 and the Roundup trophy. Very cool, very cool. And sad to see sad to see the brothers, or not the brothers, the father-son combo. Oh.
Yeah.
The bad news is every player from here on out is going to involve you for tax form.
But yeah, so it is unfortunate to see the father-son combo go.
Yeah, but that's a great experience. I mean, they both made day 2 of the same tournament. They both made the final table of the same tournament, and and they sat right next to each other. That is cool.
It is. And thanks everyone for hanging out with us tonight. My name is Drew, aka Bet on Drew. This is Rudy, aka Rude Herrera. We're your commentators tonight. And yeah, we appreciate it. This is the 100K guaranteed roundup here at Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas. And it's been a fun night, Rude.
It has been a great night. This has been a good tournament. We had 876 entries, of which I am happy to ascribe my name to four entries for myself.
Very nice, very nice. I managed to get through to day 2 on just 2 entries, actually.
Good for you.
Yep.
Show off.
I know, right?
No, that's good stuff. This has been a fun one to watch already. We are
Well, I'm selfless.
getting right back to it. We're still at the $125,000, $250,000 blind levels.
You worthless chime in.
Sugar Free. What's up, Sugar Free in the chat?
What's up there, Sugar Free? Good to see the boys in the chat. Wayne's going to take down, get a walk here.
Yeah.
Dakota claiming he folded ace jack suited there. Never. I call bluff.
We've lost a third of our final table. So we're down to the final 6. Joe is still the short stack. Dakota with a little separation, claiming the remaining Hernandez pelt.
GG's.
Whenever we get to this point in the tournament, my brain always just thinks how when you bought in, it was $200 for 40,000 chips, and like now it's 250K big blind.
Now we're betting 6 buy-in.
Yeah, big blind. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. My brain always thinks like that when I get
Interesting insight from Dakota.
It is cool to think about the narrative of getting from the start of a tournament to the end of the tournament, accumulating all the chips, knocking out, so many players.
Somebody's $200.
Used to 525.
Yeah, when you buy in for $200, they give you 40,000 chips, and now the big blind is 250,000 chips.
The one bullet drink
For 4 times.
a single shot. Yeah.
Double barrel. We just count the last one I played. Yeah, I'm in full one.
Full blind ticket.
Me and him bagged together. So we came from the same table.
Yeah, we came from the same
That's
table.
kinda cool. Last night.
Last night?
Better tip you at the last flight.
Yeah, we did the last regular flight. I was gonna try to see if I could do better in the turbo too, but we read it a little too long. Yeah, I could try to double bag it, baby.
Flip and go. Was there a double bag bonus or no?
Was there not?
I think there was.
I think there was.
No, I think it was $400 bonus because my one buddy he bagged and then he was like, they told me it's a $400 bag bonus, so I fired again.
But then what do you do with the chip?
Well, you take whichever is bigger.
Yeah, you have to forfeit.
Yeah, you have an all-in of T3?
Okay, Josie's going to jam under the gun with ace-5 offsuit.
You need to count.
He's going for it. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. He is the shortest stack. He sees an ace. He's got less than 10 bigs. Got to take a stand somewhere, right?
Rebuy with 10 high. Probably going to let that go. Wayne might make a play at this. He's going to do some math. 2.2 million. It's a third of his stack, though. He decides to let it go. Doesn't like the price.
You look like a nit on the stream. Yeah, yeah.
You got that one. I probably not.
Ah, the vowel. The vowel. You can see the vowel.
Probably not. Yeah.
Rebar knocked me out of the tournament last night.
Apparently.
Was it a boring flip or was it in dramatic
No,
fashion?
it
Did he
was
go runner on you?
he killed me.
The
No, I had no
internet doesn't
chance.
know.
I decided that
They just
ace
see what
jack
they-
suited was good
Oh,
enough
right
for
there,
me to
bro.
jam.
Mhm.
Very first hand.
Probably mid to late position,
I mean, where it was 600.
and he woke up with
600, and
kings.
then it came back in.
Mm,
Never had a chance.
easy. So easy.
You're gonna find out soon enough.
Sometimes.
You're gonna find out soon
Well, I guess I
enough.
had a chance. I guess I could have hit three. I had a 3-outer.
First hand
Yep.
on stream.
Let's go. Yeah.
You're
It's
like,
all
hey,
been downhill since.
I
Yeah.
won
I had
a
a nice pocket.
I won a pot on the stream. I was like, yeah, that's a big one to win. Is it on the stream?
I felt like a fold.
8 to fold.
Alex on the button, ace 10 offsuit. Got 2 players to get through. He's going to raise it up
500.
550.
Queen Jack and Ace King.
There's your 10-8, Drew.
Yep.
Ray had Ace King.
That's my baby.
And was bluffing.
Suited.
Oh, yeah.
It's suited, and it's 300,000 more for Joe to call. Looks like he's going to take a look.
It's tough. It's tough, but you got to show this 10-8 suited some love, huh? He's in the big blind. He's just got to call. He's looking for a spot to double up, see a flop for cheap. Seems like a good one here.
Does flop top pair. 2 overs for Alex. Now he's got a gut shot to a wheel.
250,000.
Joe still has top pair.
Oh, this hand?
Puts a bet in.
Right now.
Yeah.
That's one big blind. Alex looking for an ace. And only an ace. Or a 5. Oh, excuse
Yep.
me.
5 does it as well. And Joe's going to probably go with another block bet if I had to guess.
500,000.
So he's going for 2 blinds.
Yeah, I thought of nice hand.
Alex was a super quick call. Doesn't raise.
Yep. Easy call when you hit the straight there when you call.
10 was dead, though. Pretty dominated. Button is moved. Yeah.
And Joe's going to be down to 1.3 million big blinds. We are going to go on break. Well, the players are going to go on break. You and I are going to stick around.
Yeah, tough spot there, Rude, on that one. You know, the size on the turn. You bet small, and the thing is, Joe's got a shorter stack there, right? So he's betting small, hoping to conserve his chips a little bit. Hopefully, just take it down. That maybe, for instance, Alex had like King Queen, King Jack, Jack 10, or something like that. That just completely whiffed, isn't going to call. But Alex had, of course, the ace. He had the shot to the wheel, so he's going to call for 1 blind. Maybe try to take it away on the river. There could be some devious intentions there, but he does get there. And then Joe, it's Joe's bet there on the river. I think is definitely to block and not have to face a big bet with what could be the best hand, right? So
Right.
what do you think? What do you think of that river bet? The block bet versus you think you should just check there with that?
No, I like the idea. I like the way he did it. Once he got to as played, I like the way he did that because he gets to set his price, right? If he has in his mind, well, I'm here, I've got top pair, I'm going to check call. It's possible he might get put all in. You know,
Mhm.
he's going to be in a really tough
Surprised at
spot.
How small this is. But
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, it might be because
All right,
he
everyone,
like
don't go
he doesn't
anywhere.
have as much
We're going to
potential.
take a little break while our players are getting recharged, and we will be back here very, very shortly. 6 players left, 24,000 for first. Don't go anywhere.
But like this board. But I was gonna. What I was gonna say was that there's no flop that he's gonna love.
Right.
And the problem is that this is one of the worst flops. And Alex with open-ended and a pair as well as a backdoor flush is just in this spot. When Alex calls with 2 left behind, you're not feeling super good here.
No, you're definitely not. I mean, And Alex is going to flat a lot of strong hands. I think he would probably just call with even sets. And Alex is just going to make basically the nuts here. And I think Preston's going to check this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd be hard-pressed to see him bet here.
And the question is, do you think Alex is going to bet this in position?
I see a check. I see a bet. He does go for a small bet. I do like both plays.
Yeah, Preston having the ace of spades, I think, is a bad card for him because you're going to want Alex to have spades in this spot, you know?
Alex has been shown to bluff, but this spot is not an easy spot to bluff. Preston does call.
Yeah, you're basically only beating spade draws, I think, and maybe heart draws that floated the flop.
Yeah, and an ace would be... Oh, that's a terrible card for Preston. That is a really bad card for Preston. The way that the action ran out, he's still going to have spades that he's going to be bluffing here, and we've seen that Alex is able to bluff in this spot, and Preston is getting a decent price. Yeah, this is rough for Preston.
Yeah, do you think he gets away from this? No, he does.
No.
He does just call.
And, oof.
Looks like Preston's going to be done for the night. Yeah, that's a rough one to end on.
I'm just here for the commentary. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
I hope
You're going to get squeezed off and lose probably $200, $250.
Chaz, I was going to say, I didn't know what he was going to go with, but I could see him shoving here, too.
This flop, which is going to be...
Oh, wow.
Give him a 9. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, against a blind range. I mean, obviously he's not blind anymore. I think he looked at his hand before calling.
Yeah, and he definitely pressed on this one.
You already said that.
Well,
you can't just do it again.
I was wondering if he would press on. He did press on. just for those who didn't know what the joke originally was gonna mean, and this 6 is actually a little scary for pressed on. Because Chaz does have some 10s, and there's a lot of hands. If he is calling you on this flop, he's not going to float as much of a hand like ace-deuce, and it looks like Preston actually might have like 500 more.
Yeah, this is a very committing bet with the 425 when Preston's only got, it looks like, according to the graphic, he's only got like 600 left. And, wow, Chaz is going to float here with ace, or not float, I mean, I guess at this point he's just calling down with ace high on this board.
Yeah, and it's also indicative of knowing his image is that Preston is one of the players who will be willing to bet here with Queen Jack, for example. And wow, this river is terrible for Preston. If Chaz goes all in, he's putting him in the blender here, although Chaz does have ace high, which has a bit of showdown value, but this river hits him.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the hands that Chaz is beating, it's going to be like Queen Jack.
Oh, and he goes all in.
Oh, no. Is Preston ever folding here? Yeah,
he snap calls, and those he added on for a lot.
Oh, he had 1,500 behind.
No, that's like 2K. Oh yeah, 16.
16. Yeah, 1,600. Okay, so I was the graphic was incorrect. He actually had 1,600 there, not the 600. So there was an extra 1,000 that was in his stack.
Wow, and I love the jam by Chaz.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Chaz jam there, I would probably never call there personally, because just I mean, Chaz really can have anything. I mean,
including a 6, including
a 6, a 10,
a 7.
and a 7.
Ooh, Preston's just gonna go for it.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I mean, you kind of want to bet range here, although this is not amazing for your range. Jacob is very happy to have the 10 of spades, although when we put Preston on hands, he's definitely allowed to have single spades that contain aces and kings. So
yeah, and you know you're drawing dead to, or close to dead to, a hand like King Jack with the King of Spades, Queen Jack with the Queen of Spades, Ace Jack with the Ace of Spades, etc.
Yeah, I mean, this is a spot that you got to proceed with caution as Jacob, and I wonder what he does. Oh, this is an interesting turn in which Preston gets some showdown. Does check.
And you can see he's only got 2 outs since the 7 or 6 of spades will not help him.
Oh my
And he hits the offsuit 7? What was he on the flop? Like 3%?
Yeah, he had 2% on the flop.
Oh no. And he's going to jam.
That's brutal.
And also, good of Preston to be cognizant enough to jam for value here. A lot of people will just be like, okay, I hit my 2-pair. Good laydown by Jacob. Chaz, aces, please.
Oh, but he has the other nuts, 7-6 offsuit.
Right, yeah.
And he's up against 2 people with 10-9 off and Queen Jack. A lot of them sharing each other's ass. And I'm not going to get anyone to
well, this is a 1-2 game, by the way, y'all.
$400 in pre-flop.
No one has a suited hand. So we're going to see... We're going to see Chaz actually step a little bit into the lead above most of the hands, and Queen Jack is actually going to lead. For 25, this is a very, very weird bet, just because you're often going to get re-raised by a lot of hands here.
Yeah, it's almost like, it looks like you almost want to induce a raise, which might actually get you raised off less often.
Helping him. Well, now everyone has everything except for Zach. And Zach's actually going to continue on this turn. Now, this is very surprising.
Only Jacob with a spade, but nobody else has an actual flush draw.
Yeah.
And Chaz is the only one with a pair and does make the call.
This folds open-ended. Oh, yeah. No, but it's definitely a good bluff candidate.
Wow. Chaz makes the call with a 7.
With Zach behind.
Zach is not ready for the hands he's about to see.
No, very surprising to see the call there.
$650,000. 8 fold. 9's a fold.
Welcome back, everybody. Our players are back from break. We are continuing with the 150, 300K big blind. For those of you just tuning in, this is a $200 buy-in, 100K guaranteed event that drew 876 entries, generating a prize pool of $140,160. First place is $24,000. And with 6 players remaining, everyone has locked up $5,540. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. If you like big final tables, you like Texas, you like money, go ahead and hit the like button for us. And if you'd feel so obliged, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We appreciate your company. I am your host tonight, Drew, a.k.a. Bet on Drew, along with my man Rudy, a.k.a. Rude.
Yes, sir. Right here.
Do you like King Queen suited, Rude?
And I really like King Queen suited.
Me too. Nice hand here for Van Trailer.
Especially from the cutoff.
Dakota makes the call with 3s. I've got about 20 big blinds effective here going to the flop.
Oh, he hits both of them, king and queen, and a 9. Not the ideal flop for 3s, though.
You bet $1,025,000.
1.025 was the bet size on the flop.
Thank you, sir.
So Dakota, our chip leader right now, just under 9 million in chips, which is good for 30 bigs. And then we got about 27 bigs for Van Trailer in seat 1 there, who we're watching right now. Joe there in seat 2 is our short stack with about 4 big blinds. So he's looking for a good spot to get it in here.
And by good spot, you mean marginal, anything close.
Anything semi-pretty. There's no other short stacks next to him. The next biggest stack has 3x his stack. So just whenever you feel it, you know what I mean? Maybe he sees that 8-10 suited root and he's like, you know what, this is my moment. And he sticks it in.
Suited something. Blind versus blind action. You know how I like blind v blind. Dakota with a little friendly show. He shows him a jack. Wayne's thinking, I had a king, bro.
Yeah, it looks like Wayne doesn't really want to tango with the chip leader, especially with Joe being so short. Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yep.
And by the way, we're looking at Dakota here, and Sawmill in the chat says that they met Dakota Friday night in a flight that they both qualified for day 2. He's a stand-up guy and really deserves this, rooting for him. And you know what? I played with Dakota a lot today, and a bit on my day 1 when I qualified as well. And yeah, really good energy, just like chill, like feels like one of the boys here playing cards. He's playing some poker, and he's got some skills. He definitely knows what he's doing. So I feel like he's an easy guy to root for. I totally agree.
So what I hear you saying is that watch out for him at the table. That's what I hear.
Man, I'm telling you that
Nice.
Good energy, good poker play, like it's tough to beat.
Nice guy, good energy. Watch out. Okay. And he's buddies with Trey and Jacob.
Does that help him? Is that going to help him win this final? What do you think?
To be, what do you mean? To be friends with those guys?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think when you around people who play a lot and think about poker a lot, you're going to play catch with some ideas. You know, you're going to throw hand histories back and forth, and by discussing it, I think it helps immensely.
Very true, very true. And I think I could see shades of Trey and Jacob within Dakota actually from seeing his play a lot on day 2, especially when he had a stack.
That'd be a funny big tournament.
Yeah.
There is actually a pineapple tournament that Rounders runs in the evening.
And they would run sometimes like a pretty high stakes.
I don't remember what night it runs. I think it runs about once a week.
Yeah.
Total. Like 3 different rounds. It was like a 5-10 quarter 50 game.
1.125.
Big game.
1.125.
Fun game.
Joe has decided here he wants to get it all in with the 8-9 offsuit under the gun with his 4 blinds. I believe what he's thinking here is he'd rather be the first one in here and at least be able to get people to fold versus folding and then getting to the big blind and having to put in half of his stack.
I think Van's going to make the call here with the suited king, though.
Yep.
And he is in the lead.
Fair fight. 60-40 for Van Trailer to win.
That's a monster hand to wake up with.
Yeah, it's better than like 5 deuce off under the gun. I don't blame Joe here. He's got a chance with this hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good hand.
Yeah, he's going to be in the blinds next hand. So Jack 5.
Another jack.
Looking to connect. Now he's open-ended. Too late. That is going to do it for Joe C. He's going to be our 6th place finisher.
Congrats to Joe. Make sure you check out.
Drew?
He is going to be taking home in 6th place.
Joe,
$5,540.
Very nice. Very nice.
all the players now have locked up a $7,000 payday. So congratulations to our players. And again, shout out to Joe. See,
I've been doing it this
he
long.
is
I
on
mean, I
YouTube.
can't.
Try to get his information and drop it in the chat for you. But GG's, Joe. Nice run.
Yep. Well done. Again, 876 entries for this tournament, and we are down to the final 5. There's a nice view of our main room. Got a lot of cash games going on. In fact, I think I see Miguel just fresh off the final table, back in the hustle.
I love it. I love it. Dakota's got a nice hand here with the ace-3 of diamonds. He's going to raise it up in under the gun.
Suited wheel ace. 2 diamonds. Alex on the button with a suited king, king 7. He's going to make the call. He's got position on Dakota.
That's a pretty one here in the big blind for rebuy. Queen 9 suited. He's going to make the call. 3 ways to the flop. Look at this. We got diamonds versus clubs versus hearts, Rude. How often do we see
Look
this?
at the pot size too, Drew. 2.2 million in it. This the SPR of 1 for rebuy.
Wow. Top pair for Dakota.
Deuce, yeah, and 2 clubs for Alex.
Check. 9 bet 700,000. 700,000. 4 fold.
33% pot size bet from Alex.
And we could see Dakota here choosing to check call with his ace. I think he wants to control the size of the pot versus the other big chip stack. And Alex turns the nuts.
Nut flush.
Dakota's got a gut shot, so he did pick up some equity as well in his eyes. But he does not know he is drawing dead. A painful spot to be in. And the bet is not that big. He's got the nuts. Alex is betting 900K. Pot's 4.5 million. Dakota's got the chip lead. Did have the chip lead after this hand.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's a really good fold by Dakota. That's a really good fold. Good for him. A nice hand there for Alex, who is now going to be our new chip leader.
And Alex is not showing that one.
No. You do. That's not one to show. I don't see what we can gain from showing the nuts in that spot there. He wants Dakota to be in his head and think about it. He wants him to find out later.
Yeah, you don't want to reinforce that the guy made the right fold, the right decision. He had the second nuts there. The steel wheel would have been the nuts. But yeah, you don't want to let the guy know that he made the right decision by folding.
What's up, El Nino? See you in the chat. And I want to say I'm sorry Hannah knocked you out of that tournament, but I sorry anyone else knocked you out of a tournament. You know what I mean, El Nino? But I'm happy to hear that she's doing well in the big 50. 10K
Oh,
guaranteed.
she out there? Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. Approaching the final table.
Oh, very good. Very cool.
800,000 is a raise. 9 is a fold.
Wayne with pocket 3s under the gun. He's going to open for 800,000. Rebuy folds his 10-9 suited, but a hand that he might otherwise play, he's just a little short now.
Ooh, just the nuts here for Dakota. Just going to set the trap. And Wayne is coming in quick with a bet. Looks like I'm going to guess 600. 1 million. Dakota licking his chops right now. Going to just call. Dakota's also got the queen of clubs. Not too much to be concerned about here.
except for maybe that.
Except for
The
maybe
under the
hitting a
gun,
royal.
the other. Oh, true. The under the gun razor, who made a continuation bet on the flop. Now is Dakota's facing a paired board with 2 aces. 4 million chips in the pot.
It just keeps getting worse in
Yeah.
Dakota's eyes.
He
But
flops the nuts, and now all of a sudden he's just holding on.
it's going to be interesting to see what Dakota decides to do here. If he decides to maybe do some sort of block bet so he's not put in a situation where he could get bluffed. Wayne here knows he's going to have to bet to win this pot, or he might check if he thinks Dakota maybe has some other pair that he's just chopping with. But Wayne knows he is either chopping or he's got a bluff.
Just takes a little time, looks over at Dakota, checks behind. Yeah, you're right, Drew. He knew he couldn't win, but he was afraid that Dakota had too much of that, wasn't going to be able to make him fold.
Yeah. Tough spot. Tough spot.
Tough spot for Dakota if Wayne jams on the river. Can you ever do that?
You could for sure.
As the pre-flop aggressor?
Yeah, but does he want to? He's got a middling chip stack here.
Yeah, that's right. That's what matters. The thing is, if he just moves on to the next one, he's still got some play, some chips he can play with.
Yeah, he's definitely still got some play in his stack. He does decide to refrain. I would have loved. We all would have loved to have seen that, right? With the threes,
what
the heroic.
Would Dakota have done?
River jam, put Dakota in a spot. I think Dakota would find a fold.
Dakota folds, and then he shows the threes. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that would be a spot to show there.
Raised to 750,000.
We got Ace King raise here for Alex. What's up there, Lorianne? Hope you're having a good night. Good to see you in the chat. Pretty good flop for Dakota, confirmed, but pretty bad run out, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's what Sawmill is saying. Brutal run out.
Boys, in case you're wondering somewhere you want to spend your new money, this is my company.
Oh, nice. Look at Dakota here.
All right. I only have 3. I'm sorry.
And enter Rick Ross song. Every day I'm hustling.
One of our shirts. Me and my wife. You just take a look at it. Appreciate it.
Yep, he's hustling. He's marketing.
Chip leading. Oh, wait, no. He lost the chip lead here. It looks like it's really close. Dakota and Alex, identical stacks, essentially.
Yeah.
Van Trailer might as well say the same thing.
Van Trailer's right there, yeah.
There. Never missed that. Me and my wife just launched it January 1st.
Very cool. Very cool. One in the fold.
King here, king there. Dakota on the button, ace, deuce, offsuit. Worthy of a raise. Wayne gets out of the way. Alex folds a suited queen.
Very sweaty. I think everyone's kind of keeping an eye on Rebuy right now. Rebuy's got 7 bigs. And then next we have Wayne over there with about 13 bigs. So I think Dakota, Alex, and Van Trailer here are going to. And then there's blood in the water, right? There's blood in the water. They see the 2 targets right now.
Right. Do you think that entered into Alex's decision when just now this last hand, Dakota raised from the button, and Alex looked down at Queen 4 suited and decided to just let it go?
I definitely think in situations like that where we can definitely make a call, but we choose to fold, that there's going to be some players that, we just don't really want to be getting into situations versus out of position. Mm-hmm. And this seems like it could definitely be one of them, with them being the 3 similar stacks and 2 shorties. It's a nice all-in hand for rebuy. You kind of pray you get something This is premium here. Ace queen on 7 big blinds.
And our dealer Fig just making sure he knows the exact amount of the bet, as Rebuy is all in.
What's up there, Crazy? Good to see you in the chat, buddy. All right, so our graphics just catching up here. Uno momento. There we go.
Looks like, yeah, Rebuy's going to get that one through.
Yep. Staying alive. See, he knows. He knows. That's a big one to pick up there.
Yeah, that's what I didn't see it.
I'm very happy when I have a short stack. I get it through no resistance. I get to charge on with more chips. More chips to make them fold.
Sure enough.
More chips to double up. For those of you just tuning in, yeah?
Well, I was just going to say, he's going to be in the big blind this time, so that was an important pickup.
Huge pickup. Huge pickup. And everyone has locked up $7,000 at this point with 5 remaining. $24,000 for first. It's anyone's game.
Pocket 8's on the button for Alex. Eight's for the win. On to the next hand.
What's up there, Ghost? Thanks for hanging out in the chat with us tonight. Shout out to everybody lurking this 100K guaranteed final table. My name is Drew. I'm here with Rude. Calling to action for you. We're getting close, Rude. It's always fun. I actually tweeted it out earlier that I love watching these final tables since Rounders is my home club and seeing the faces, knowing that I've likely played with these players, and then now just seeing how it all plays out, you know?
Yeah. You spend a lot of hours sometimes with some of the same players in different situations, whether it be cash or tournaments, and you get to peek behind the curtains. You get to see what they're doing, what they're working with, maybe kind of what they're thinking by their actions. It's fun.
And you also get to learn about who they are, which is, and then it's easier to root for people. Like now we know just from hearing on the stream here, Dakota and his wife have a business. You know, they're here. I believe Dakota's from San Antonio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not sure if he's originally from here, but yeah, I've definitely seen him around the club a lot.
Yep. I've definitely seen Van Trailer around the club, played with him a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Van is one of those guys who I've played with in different tournaments, different forms of poker. I know he plays some Omaha. We've played with him and made the final table in the PLO tournament last month. Oh, Jacob says that Dakota's from Jacksonville.
Hunter says he's from Florida. So what do we do, Rude?
I believe Jacksonville is very near Florida.
Oh, Jacksonville, Florida.
Florida.
There we go. Oh, so I got it. I'm there, everyone. We've made it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 650.
There's more than one Jacksonville, right?
Yep, I definitely know Jacksonville in North Carolina as well.
Okay, we got Rebuy going all in. This time with the hand we've been talking about, the hand of the night, Queen Jack suited. Let's see if it can run down the ace 8 from Alex.
Good luck.
55-45. The equities. Ace 8 versus Queen Jack. Where are you putting your money, Drew? Quick.
Gosh, Queen Jack is so pretty. That's all I can say.
Yep. Got it. Oh, they both hit. Double gut shot for Queen Jack, though, still. Ace Jack 10 flop. King or a 9 and rebuy stays alive. Otherwise, it's going to be
Congratulations
the end of the road.
to Rebuy. What was Rebuy's first name there, Rude? Do you remember?
Rebuy, we have that information. Rebuy's name.
Oh, you find that. I'm going to pull
Chris
up the
Martin.
chart too. Chris
Yep.
Martin. There
Chris
we go.
Martin, but not the Chris Martin from Coldplay. A different one.
So congratulations to not Coldplay Chris Martin, gonna bust 5th in the 100K roundup today here at Rounders Card Club. Good for $7,000. And now four-handed, our players have all locked up $8,940. Not too bad from a $200 buy-in.
Agreed.
And the small blind is going to be in
876 entrants down to its final 4. Gosh, it's so fun running deep in tournaments, Rude. This is such a cool spot. So I'm sure these players are. I mean, you gotta love it when you play tournaments. These are the moments you play for.
Yeah, I agree. This is a tough. You don't get to go this deep, especially in a field this large. 876 players. And every decision counts.
And trailer with Jack 10 is going to fold under the gun.
Dakota's going to raise and take it, it looks like, from the button with a suited ace. Drew Patty Wright in the chat says that she talked to Alex yesterday, and he's from Lubbock. Prom dress shopping of all things.
Wow, so just in town for the weekend with the
Popped
family.
Over. Yep. He says, "Hey, honey, I'll be back in a couple of, an hour or so. I'm just going to pop in the card room for a minute." And 14 hours later, he's on the final table.
I think she's going to have an easier time getting over that right now when he brings home the bag of money here tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
And the baby girl just got an upgrade on her prom dress.
Yep. Hello, Miss Patty. Good to see you in the chat.
700,000. 9-fold. 700,000, sir.
Fan trailer with 9s in the big blind, facing a raise from Wayne, the prom dress shopper.
And Van Trailer's going to put Wayne all in here, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Just about. Looks like actually Wayne could still, if my math is right here, Rude, Wayne can still call and just keep 100K back if he'd like.
Oh, that'd be awful, for my opinion, with Jack High. I mean, I wouldn't like the feeling if I were Wayne and did that.
You know what, Rude? These are spots where I'm definitely calling and then keeping my 100K and we're going to the flop.
Really?
100. I don't even have to think about it because it's essentially all in. The funny move, if he was going to be getting all in, the funny move is to call and leave 100K back.
It's a big moment.
And you don't get many opportunities when people set you up with those little stupid funny moments. I got to take it. I'm falling for that every single time. I'm keeping 100K.
See, in that situation, I see it as me responding to his raise, and I'm basically calling with a hand that let's say I flop a 10 or I flop a jack, I'm really just going to hope it's good. Obviously, you're going to go with it. You have to. But, yeesh.
So shout out to, I see Alex's wife in the chat confirming. Hello there, Miss Nikki. Says definitely paying for our daughter's dress. Let's go, AJ.
Oh, I love it. Hello.
I love that.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you're proud of your man there. He's doing a great job. Oh, and he is all in here with the same hand he just folded. But this time he happens to be dominating 2 players.
No, okay.
Jack 10 suited.
Oh no, that's it. I'm sorry.
2,300,000.
So Alex is AJ. Looks like the family calls him AJ. Seat 9 there.
Yep.
And Coda makes the easy call with the 9s versus the 7.5 blind jam. So it's 9s versus Jack 10 suited. And the Jack 10 suited for Wayne is at risk. Rude, let's go to the flop.
Let's do it. Fig, give us a flop. Paired board. 2 diamonds. Wayne has spades. Uh-oh.
9 is no good.
Straight, yeah, but that's no
9
good.
is no
You're
good.
right. Oh, that's going to be it for Wayne. Good job. Good game. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
To the
Wayne.
family, the Lubbock family here in San Antonio, prom dress shopping. You guys came on a good weekend.
Down to look at the numbers.
No, AJ, I believe, is the prom dress shopping. Wayne.
I'm down to look at the numbers.
Right, Miss Nikki? But congratulations to Wayne. He's going to bust out in 4th place, good for $8,940. We have 3 players left. Everyone has locked up $11,800.
Very, very good run.
Let's take a break real quick. We'll look at the numbers and then we'll come back.
It sounds like the guys are talking about looking at the numbers. They want to see what the ICM chop would be. They're going to get chip counts and see what it would come down to. I don't know if we're actually going to stop play.
Yep, it looks like they're going to look at numbers. And yeah, we had our our lines crossed there a little bit. AJ is the one here with his family shopping for prom dresses.
So which one's AJ? Alex?
AJ seat 9, Alex. Yep.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So it looks like, Rude, we're going to take a break here while players discuss the ICM numbers. They are 3-handed. There's a lot of money involved here. They're going to figure it out, and we'll be back here in just a minute.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is a very committing bet with the 425 when Preston's only got, it looks like, according to the graphic, he's only got like 600 left. And wow, Chaz is going to float here with ace, or not float. I mean, I guess at this point he's just calling down with ace high on this board.
Yeah, and it's also indicative of knowing his image is that Preston is one of the players who will be willing to bet here with Queen Jack, for example. And wow, this river is terrible for Preston. If Chaz goes all in, he's putting him in the blender here, although Chaz does have ace high, which has a bit of showdown value, but this river hits him.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the hands that Chaz is beating, it's going to be like Queen Jack.
Oh, and he goes all in.
Oh, no. Is Preston ever folding here? Yeah,
he
doesn't
snap
have to call.
calls, and those he added on for a lot.
Oh, he had 1,500 behind.
No, that's like 2K. Oh yeah,
16. Yeah, 1,600. Okay, so I was the graphic was incorrect. He actually had 1,600 there, not the 600. So there was an extra 1,000 that was in his stack.
Wow, and I love the jam by Chaz.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Chaz jam there, I would probably never call there personally, because just I mean, Chaz really can have anything. I mean,
including a 6, including
a 6, a 10, and a 7.
Oh, Preston's just gonna go for it.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I mean, you kind of want to bet range here, although this is not amazing for your range. Jacob is very happy to have 10 of spades, although when we put pressure on hands, he's definitely allowed to have single spades that contain aces and kings. So
yeah, and you know you're drawing dead to or close to dead to a hand like King Jack with a king of spades, Queen Jack with a queen of spades, Ace Jack with the ace of spades, etc.
yeah, I mean, this is a spot that you got to proceed with caution as Jacob, and I wonder what he does. Oh, this is an interesting turn in which Preston gets some showdown. Does check.
And you can see he's only got 2 outs since the 7 or 6 of spades will not help him.
Oh my
And he hits the offsuit 7? What was he on the flop? Like 3%?
Yeah, he had 2% on the flop.
Oh no. And he's going to jam.
That's brutal.
And also, good of Preston to be cognizant enough to jam for value here. A lot of people will just be like, okay, I hit my 2 pair. Good laydown by Jacob. Chaz, aces, please.
Oh, but he has the other nuts, 7-6 offsuit.
Right, yeah.
And he's up against 2 people with 10-9 off and Queen Jack. A lot of them sharing each other's outs. And not going to get anyone to play.
Well, this is a 1-2 game, by the way, y'all.
$400 in pre-flop.
No one has a suited hand. So, we're going to see...
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are back. I just saw Dakota there throw some chips into the middle, so it seems as if our players have not come. Rude, no deal.
Nope.
What do you think?
On we go. On we go. The deal was rejected. Somebody didn't like the numbers. Somebody doesn't. You know, there are people that you and I have come across and played with and against that just don't like chopping. They just don't want to do it.
The whole conversation about chopping is always interesting to me because some of the variables in that equation are, do you think you have an edge versus the remaining players? How many chips do you have versus the other players? You know, do you think that the money is worth risking going for it all?
Yeah, it's always an interesting calculation that you have to, like, all those variables have to be considered in order to determine what you're willing to do. Like sometimes you get into a situation where the blinds are just so high relative to the table's chip stack that it kind of makes sense to just kind of lock up a decent payout for everybody, right?
Yep. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Not at all. I've definitely chopped some tournaments in my day, and yeah, I'm good with it.
But it's situational, bottom line, right?
Yep. Definitely things to consider in that situation. Dakota's got top pair here. He's going to bet and take it down.
I wonder why my back turned hurts because I put my wallet in my back pocket. Yeah.
But there's been situations where, let's say, you consider yourself to be the most experienced player. You've got a 10-1 chip lead over everyone else, and it's a very top-heavy tournament. Right. Let's say, for instance, right? And if you look at the numbers, you're just not going to get first place. And it's just like, okay, we're just going to play this out. I want to have fun. I want to practice shorthanded. That could be another thing players could be thinking about. I want to practice playing three-handed. I want to practice heads up. I want to win it outright. You know, there's a variety of reasons I think players will use in making their decision to chop or not chop. So I agree with you.
That's a great point, though, that you made. Like, I want to play heads up. How often do you get to play heads up in a tournament? Doesn't happen very often.
For lots of money too, right?
Right.
All right, so Rude, seat 9. Alex, AJ, prom dresses. He's playing for, the more ladders, more prom dresses.
Okay, so Wayne's not buying a prom dress tonight. I mean, he might be, but probably not. It's AJ, seat 9.
Yep.
Okay, got
Correct. There we go. Yep. No one with a club here. Ace 10 3. Alex has middle pair, and Dakota has top pair.
Monotone board. And everybody's in the hand. Look at this. Fan trailer not ready to give up.
Got some fight in him. I respect. And you know what? You're three-handed now. Everybody's got kind of ballpark stacks to each other. Now you fight for it. I like seeing this. He doesn't have much equity, and so I don't think this is going to be some sort of GTO-approved play here, but I think it's a really cool field play, and it's going to get top pair to fold here.
Against the chip leader, I might add.
Yep, there's some cool stuff going on there. So shout out to Van Trailer for taking his spot, trusting his instincts. He will be rewarded, Rude, with a 4.1 million chip pot.
Yeah, that's a big pickup. It's kind of going off the, down the road less traveled, as it were. And a monotone flop.
So they're going to battle it out. I respect it. A lot of the time here, for all of you watching, a lot of the time when Ruder and I are watching these final tables, when they start to discuss a deal, a lot of the time a deal is reached. They need, once the players are all open to it, I feel like a lot of the time the deal is met.
Yeah. Notice how the players have positioned themselves across the table.
They're ready. This is
nobody's sitting next to anybody. They're all spread out. They're kind of spread out.
They're all in their own zones here. I like it.
Right there,
you want their space to operate and do their things.
Actions on Dakota on the button.
We are just getting the graphics caught up here. Alex moved to seat 8. We're just getting some things sorted, so we will be to the action in just a minuto.
There's our flop. Or heads up. Small blind versus big blind. Flop is Queen Deuce 3. It's a rainbow flop. Queen Deuce 3 are the actual cards. Deuce pairs the board. That's a 3, not a 9.
Correct. So Van Trailer does not have a gut shot, everyone. He's shutting it down. Let's see if Dakota indeed has 7 high. He does not decide to fire the river, so Jack high is going to be good. Van Trailer is
I'm going to say, yeah, and the thing is, I was just going to mention, it looks like Van Trailer, his aggression level has turned up a little bit.
Wow. Does it get much more even? 12.1 million chips for Van Trailer. Dakota has 11.3, and Alex has 11.3 million.
Jeez.
So they are all roughly 40 big blinds effective. This could be a battle. For a long time, Rude. We could be here for another 6 hours.
Could be.
These chip stacks.
That's okay.
And these players even stacked. I think they're all, it's anyone's game here right now.
Oh, definitely. Blind versus blind again. Jack 5 for Dakota. Alex with a little bit better Jack. He's got King Jack, and oh my goodness, never mind. I think I like Dakota's kicker in this case.
This has potential to be a big pot. 700K for Alex. I think that Dakota's going to just call, play it slow.
The only thing that would have been worse than that ace on this board would have been a king on the turn for Alex.
Alex decides to pot control the turn and checks. So actions on Dakota, 2.9 million in the middle. I do believe that he's going to find a bet here a lot of the time. The question is how much.
Oh, let's go big, baby. 2.6, just under a pot size bet.
So it goes on the larger side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe what he's trying to communicate here is, well, of course he's trying to get called, but I think he wants to believe that he could be bluffing here. If he had some missed spades, I don't think a single jack usually bets this sizing, especially with the ace on the turn. So Alex needs to decide if he thinks that maybe Dakota's trying to push him off a chop potentially. That could be another idea that he has to run through. I'm sure he knows Dakota is a capable player, and it is about a quarter of Alex's stack to make this call. Even if he does make the call, he's still going to have 7.2 million in chips, which is good for about 25 blinds. So it's not the end of the world making this call.
Trying to figure out how many fives Dakota could have there.
Dakota was in the big blind, and Alex makes a nice fold.
Yeah, he definitely could have lost a lot more than he did.
Saved a little bit, I think, Rude by the ace on the turn. That is an action slower downer, I like to call it. What's up there, Nudist? How's it going? I see you in the chat. Thanks for hanging out.
Blinds are 150, 300 with a $150,000 ante from the big blind. Sawmill, I'm with you. I think I probably would have paid him there.
I regret drinking last night.
Sometimes.
I don't know, man.
Van Trailer going to defend the 7-4 off here, Rude, which I think plays into what you said earlier. It does seem like he is adjusting three-handed, willing to do battle. I like it.
Ace, ace, six, two spades on the flop. Van Trailer has a spade in his hand. Let's see if he's going to make use of that. Nope, not this time.
Dakota takes it down with the 7 high. So what you're watching, everyone, right now, final 3 from 876 entries. These 3 gentlemen have locked up $11,800. There is a $5,200 ladder from third to second, and then a $7,000 ladder from second to first. And first will get the Roundup trophy along with the $24,000. So this is a very fun spot to watch.
Button folds, suited ace for Van Trailer.
Looks like a raise and take.
Yep. Dakota wasting no time with that. That's one thing. The pace of play has been pretty brisk. They don't take a whole, like a big long time with their decisions, Drew.
Yep, I've been enjoying that. I think it just speaks to how much experience these players have. They're just familiar. They know what they're doing in this spot, know what they're doing in this spot. They know that they're battling three-handed, and they're going to have to fight for it.
I was just going to say, Sally Garcia's in the chat. She says, get him, son. And I was wondering which is her son. Could it be Bert? Sure enough, that's our guy.
That's our guy. Shout out to Albert in the box.
And Albert's mom.
And yes, of course, Miss Garcia, hello. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep.
Dakota going with the 3-bet in the small blind with the king 10 offsuit. Van Trailer has a nice hand here on the button with the 8-9 suited, three-handed. I think he could definitely make this call. They're deep enough. If he does make the call, there'll be 5 million chips in the middle. He'll have about 10 million behind, so they can play some poker post flop. Maybe Rude. Maybe he takes it to the streets and he doesn't believe Dakota.
Don't say it.
25 blinds behind. He could.
Same thing. Yep. Oh, he is going to 4-bet. He 4-bets the 9-8 suited. and it's going to work.
Yeah. Dakota makes a quick fold. He knew what he was doing there. And I don't blame Dakota for knowing what he was going to do there, 3-bet folding the king 10 offsuit. It seems like the Van Trailer here is in the zone.
There's
He is
no
in the zone.
question that when they went away for that break, and who knows, maybe they talked about, we're not privy to the discussions. We don't know how the discussions went regarding the ICM chop, but somebody nixed the deal. And based on the way that the play has gone, I got to think Van Trailer's probably one of the ones who said no, who was against it. And maybe he thinks he's exploiting. He feels like it's, some of the players are exploitable, right? Maybe somebody wanted to chop, and so he thinks maybe they're going to play a little bit more conservatively. So like you said it, he's taking it to the streets.
I think that's a fair assessment. Very, very fair assessment, and very smart, very aware, if that is the case, of Van Trailer.
The interactions from the chat just crack me up sometimes. Ken is making me laugh right now.
Oh, that is funny.
He says he stacked Bert yesterday. Sorry about your son.
What's up, Ken? Good to see you in the chat.
Oh, Hannah J.
Oh,
don't tell me she's on the final table.
Final table of the 10K guaranteed, the special big 50. So good luck.
Do it.
Good luck to Hannah.
Let's get these guys off the table. You bring yours over as soon as they're done. Let's wrap things up, boys.
Well, honey, when you're done winning that one, don't forget tomorrow you can win this one too. The Monday Big 50, 10K guaranteed as well.
Also, honey, once you bink this one, lunch on you tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, 5 left. Oh, she's deep.
Nice.
Love it. Monotone board. Diamonds this time. Dakota has got the diamond. Dakota making use of that equity. Finds a bet.
Van Trailer decides to let him off easy this time. He's like, you know what? I got to let them win some.
Well, he and Dakota are still really neck and neck, really.
Yep. Very, very close battle. And it's also an interesting dynamic, too, seeing the two big chip stacks going at it. And then Alex over there on the other side of the table, kind of quiet, nice chip stack. You know, they might, maybe Van Trailer and Dakota here want to apply pressure to each other. Maybe they think they'll be able to get more folds, considering that they're not the short stacks.
Eight, 6, 3. 2 clubs. Neither player with a club. Dakota's got 1 big club. Oh, they're all 3 in the hand. I see.
Yep. And Alex with the gut shot. Best hand currently is Van Trailer's 6. Dakota's got backdoor clubs and an overcard.
Alex thinking about sticking around. Two overs and a gut shot might be enough for him to make a move.
He does make the call, so we're going to go to a turn. Alex has 2 overs. 7 would give him the nut straight.
Deuce of spades. Oh,
We putting Alex to a decision.
you could say that.
I think that's a good recognition by Van Trailer. He gets called once. It's a pretty wet board by Alex's 20-ish big blind stack. He decides that, hey, if Alex had an 8, if Alex had a strong flush draw, if Alex had an overpair, when I bet here, he is likely just going to be folding. So the turn is a blank, puts them all in, assuming he has the best hand. Denies equity to his opponent. I dig it. Van Trailer's playing well, and he's got the notable chip lead now, 17 million in chips, over 40 bigs.
Yeah, that was a significant pot.
Good awareness by Van Trailer. He's playing really well right now. We're going to gut shot here for Alex. Van Trailer has some backdoor draws and an overcard.
Oh, man. Step right in. Look at this. Look at this, though.
Alex does hit this gut shot.
Yeah, but the jack is an open-ender for
Donovan. Donovan Trailer.
King of clubs. Okay, 5.2 million overbet. It's an overbet.
Yeah,
But-
he's hoping that Van Trailer has a 10, maybe even a king, something that can call his all in. Not that time, but he does pick up a notable amount of chips, up to 7 million and 18 bigs, about 18 bigs now. We got some big things in the works, Rude, for the future. Another big tournament coming up.
Lay it on me.
Well, the details have not been finalized yet, but low key, everyone, low key. Keep an eye out here in the next month or so. Okay, it's gonna be something, a nice tournament. You're gonna want to stay tuned in. See what Rounders has going on. Alex with the raise here with the Jack 10. Dakota in the big blind with a reasonable Queen 5. It's going to call the min raise. A little bit of something for both players. Alex hits top pair and an open-ended, and Dakota has a gut shot and backdoor diamonds. Alex is going to continue for, looks like 800. 900. About half pot.
900.
Dakota's going to see the turn here for 900K. Turn is an ace, potentially a card that Alex might slow down on, but it does not seem like he's going to. I see about 1.5, and Dakota is going to fold. It looks like maybe 1.3. Yep, confirmed 1.2. And just like that, Alex now has 9.1 million chips. He's up to about 22, 23 blinds. And now him and Dakota, neck and neck, 9.8 million, 9.1 million. And Van Trailer, 15.8 million in chips.
Still anybody's game.
Yes, yes. But these are definitely fun stack sizes to see three-handed. They're not super deep. There's still room to play, but you also know you need to fight for it. The option to just rejam all in is there. There's still enough chips that they can 3-bet and fold. Dakota is going to raise it up here to 1 million with the queen 10 suited. Alex in the big blind with the jack 6 suited. Going to make the call. We're going to go to a flop.
King 9-3. Flush draw and got shot straight flush draw for Dakota. Alex is blocking the straight draw with his jack 6. Really, Alex just misses. Bet and take it for Dakota. He's now up to 11 million. Just under 28 big blinds for Dakota. And he's on the button. That's a walk for Van Trailer.
So at the final table here, one thing cool about this tournament is day 1 blinds were 25 minutes, 30 minutes for day 2, and then final table 40 minutes. So there's plenty of play for these players. We have probably about 25 minutes left in the 200, 400K level, something like that, 20, 25 minutes. And then the blinds will go up to 250,000, 500,000. Alex is going to come in for a raise here with the 10-8 offsuit on the button. I like it. It makes it 950K. And Dakota's got a nice hand, the queen 9 suited. He is going to make the call. We're going to go heads up to the flop.
Ace, king 10, 2 hearts. Bottom pair for Alex. Gut shot straight draw for Dakota. Backdoor clubs possible as well. $800,000 bet from Alex and called by Dakota. 8 of diamonds gives Alex 2 pair, but Dakota's situation hasn't changed.
Yep. Alex decides he just wants to take it down there, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think? He had about 6 million. I think there was about 4 million in the pot. The board is kind of concerning, picking up 2 pair there. Maybe you like jamming there, hoping that your opponent maybe has an ace. They got to make the call.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a wrong answer there. I think that it's possible he could find another bet size and kind of entice a call, bring him along a little bit. But his hand definitely got stronger when he hit a second pair. I don't think you don't necessarily want to be afraid of keeping people in on a draw. You want to charge them for the draw for sure, but you don't want to always try to push them out.
You want to try to find that right amount where you make your opponent indifferent. You want to make it a hard decision for them. Like if you jam, for instance, in some situations, if you just jam 2x the size of the pot, your opponent's going to have an easy decision. They just fold. Whereas if you make it potentially half of, let's say, the size of the pot, that might make them like, oh, I don't know if I want to call. I don't know if I want to fold. And I think that's one of the main goals that we want to have in poker is try to find a way to put our opponents in tough spots. So I think that's usually how I let my personal bet sizing go, because it's fun in tournaments. The stack sizes are different. puzzle that we're facing is always changing. It's not exactly the same, even though we may have come across a very similar situation. But the stacks are going to be different. The players, the moment, the stage of the tournament. There's so many different
variables that create different dynamics. I agree. To your point, I think the objective, you want to keep in mind the objective. The objective is not to win a hand. The objective is to win chips.
Big hand for Dakota here with the pocket tens and the big blind. And trailer makes a very reasonable limp call with the ace-3 offsuit, and we're going to go to a flop.
Couple of deuces and a 10. That means Dakota has a full house.
Dakota smashes this board. Checks back, hoping to let his opponent catch up. And the turn really isn't bad. The turn is kind of might give Van Trailer the impression that he could have the best hand.
Yeah.
With the ace high.
Let's say he's got pocket fours, Big bet, small bet, Drew.
600, small bet. Don't want to put too much pressure. Need to target the ace highs to call. So need to make the ace highs feel comfortable in this situation calling. Looks like he found a good number, 600K. It was called pretty easily. Now 3.8. 2 million, you think?
2.2, 2.4.
1.2, it looks like 1.2, 1.3. I like that sizing. At 1.1.
1.1, half of what I said. But he got called. He picked up chips. I think my size, he wouldn't have, Van wouldn't have called, but you don't know what the other player has.
Right. I think with the limp call, check call, I imagine Dakota's probably putting him on small pairs and ace highs. So he's targeting a very specific part of his range. And it's easy, obviously, Dakota flopped a monster hand.
Sorry,
and it's
Drew, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm looking at the chat.
Oh, okay.
Hannah's done for the night. Hannah will not be buying us lunch tomorrow. She might buy you lunch, but it's not going to be a celebratory. GG, Hannah.
GG's. GG's.
She's done for the night. Who got you? Let us know his name. Another paired board. Jeez. Alex and his deuces will take that pot down. Dabota. That's funny.
Reminder, everyone, tomorrow at Rounders Card Club, one of our biggest events of the week, the Monday Big 50, 10,000 guaranteed, $160 buy-in, one optional rebuy for $125 at the table. Registration from 6 o'clock to 9:45. Come on out and join us.
Suited ace for Dabota on the button. 2 diamonds, raises it up and takes it down. No flop, no drop. On we go. None of these players. Let's see what I said. Nobody really getting out of line. Nobody doing anything crazy. Everybody making good decisions, keeping things between the curbs, making good plays, making good reads. Drew, you've played. This looks like a nothing hand. You've played with some of the best players in the world in the past year, maybe even before that. Do you believe? Is it your feeling that it's easier or harder, or and in what ways is it either one when you're playing against some of the best in the world in tournaments?
I think the obvious answer is it's got to be. I feel like it's got to be tougher if you're playing the best players in the world, but it really depends on your stance because in poker there's a language that is spoken when it comes to I feel like playing styles and the way that people understand the game, especially these days with all of the content out there, availability for people to study and get better.
Roadmaps that are out there and available. By the way, to this hand here, Alex has top pair with his Jack 6 suited. Checks out of position to Van. Turn is a 10. Puts a second flush draw on the board. AJ takes that one down.
What's up there, Mackenzie Covington? How's it going? Says AJ's the man, the myth, the legend. Good to see everyone out there supporting one of their favorite poker players.
Dakota, 9-5 suited raising from the button, but he's going to get three bet by Alex to 2.1 million with the ace 9 suited. Alex coming to life a little bit now. Thank you, Professor Grind. I'm glad you like that. The LEDs, they're also functional. They also let us know, they'll let the dealer know, they'll let the audience know where the action is. For example, the lights in front of AJ are red right now, so that means the action's on him. The cards happen to be with AJ also this hand. He's got ace queen suited. He's going to raise it up. He opens to 1.1 mil. Raise and take it for Alex. Uh-oh, I see AJ's people showing up, shouting out their man in the chat. He's doing well. As a reminder, this is the final table, the final three players of the $100,000 roundup, 876 entries. Final three players are playing for a first place purse of $24,000. Blind v blind action here. Suited 8. For Dakota, he raises and takes it. Each of the three players have locked up a prize of $11,800. Next player out will get 11.8. blinds are $200,000, $400,000, with the $200,000 ante being supplied by the big blind. Dakota's first to act. Standard raise from the button. Raises 900,000 with tens, and he gets a fold. Fold all around. Chip count's still pretty close. 13.2 million for Alex, 12.3 million for Dakota, and 9.1 million for Van. Dakota 10-9 suited. Jeez. Flops trips again.
I wanted you that time. Like, how can I play this? I mean, there are a couple other
Alex.
times I wanted to call, but I haven't flopped three behind yet.
Yeah.
Alex now up to 14.5 million. Still relatively close in chip stack sizes. Dakota with King Jack offsuit is going to raise to 1 million from the small blind. Big blind is Alex. He'll defend. Little something for both players. Jack 10-9 or 9-10 Jack, monotone flop, all hearts. Bottom pair for Alex, top pair for Dakota. Alex is open-ended. He bets. Dakota makes the call with top pair and a gut shot straight draw. 10 pairs the board. Two pair for both players. Queen. Both players have a straight. Dakota has the top end of the straight. Alex with the bottom. This is going to be interesting. $5.2 million in the pot. Dakota bringing it. 2, 3, 4, 5 point. It's a pot size bet, isn't it? Oh, 2.8 million. Alex makes the call. Yeah, he had a straight. Really tough to get away from that. That is an 11 million chip pot. Going to Dakota. Dakota is now going to be the chip leader. $16.8 million chips for Dakota. Alex down to 9 million chips. Van with about 8 million chips. So Dakota has almost twice the stack size of the other two players. Has over twice now. Oh, quick fold. Ace queen, nice hand for Van. Gets no action. Yeah, these are the final three players of 876 entry field, $100,000 guarantee. We actually got $140,000 in the purse. So it was a great turnout. First place is going to take home $24,000. All right, Dakota raises, and Alex is going to make the call, blind versus blind. Open-ended straight draw for Dakota. 9-3 deuce board. Makes a C bet. 1.1. Half pot bet. Pot size bet, actually. Yeah, these are the final three players. This is what they're playing for. First place, as I mentioned, $24,000. Next player out will get just under $12,000. So that's first place will get twice what the next bust out is going to get. Dakota ramping it up a little bit. Aggression factor going up slightly. The additional chips help. All right, buckle up, boys and girls. Looks like we're going to have everybody in this hand. Dakota was a pre-flop aggressor with Jack 10 offsuit. Top pair for Van. King, 6, 7, 2 spades. Check from Alex. Van with top pair is going to go ahead and sprinkle in a little offering. 1.1 mil. Alex with the raise. $2.5 million from Alex. $6.5 million chips in the pot. Van has 6.7 in his stack. He's got lots to think about. The ICM implications are big here. I don't know what he's going to do. It's a tough spot. He's got a 5 kicker, 7 pairs of board, and he was check raised. He hates the spot. Oh, it looks like he's going to let it go. He's very uncomfortable. Yep. He shows a king. This would be a good time for Alex to show his hand, but he's not going to. He knows he got away with one that time. That's a big pickup. That's going to change the dynamics of the stack sizes. Alex now up to just about 11 million. And Van down to 6.7 million. What a play. So with that, Donovan is now below 20 big blinds. But you know what's nice about going through a situation like that? When you look down at your cards and you see ace king, the opportunity to win more chips, get those back. Ace king offsuit in a blind versus blind situation. And Dakota just gets away from it.
I was wondering if Donovan was going to maybe try to limp there versus Dakota with the 20 bigs with the ace king.
Yeah, he just kind of went through a very, very difficult hand where he had to fold top pair, and AJ just made a great play. There's a stone cold bluff. So he gave up a lot of chips. So I don't think he was in the mood to to give up any equity there.
I feel that makes sense. Makes sense.
He's got a king again on the button. Yeah. That one took a little bit of air out of his sails.
Looks like blinds have gone up too. I believe that was last hand. So 500K big blind, which means that about 15 bigs for Van Trailer. Alex has about 22. And our chip leader now, Dakota, got about 32 big blinds. Alex has a massive hand here.
Suited queen for Dakota is good enough for a raise. Not very connected, but still. He's on the button. He likes his hand. And Alex is going to slow play kings. He's going to let Van come in with 2 hearts in his hand. Let's see how this plays out.
Very sneaky. I like it. It's fun.
Jack 8-6. It's a good board. This is a good board for Dakota, I think, on the button. And he obliges with a continuation bet. Makes it 900 to go. Alex appears to be sizing up.
Not too big. Looks like it makes it 2 million or so. He's trying to keep him in.
Yep. 1.9, just under 2. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately for Alex, Dakota just missed this. It's just a C bet. He's got good chips. Maybe he can just walk away. Nope.
So
He's
it does
not
make the
done
call.
yet.
He's got some double backdoors, top pair. And it was a very, very good price from Alex.
Ace of clubs on the turn. Alex looks like he wants to bet.
And he shows the sneakily played kings. He's going to take down a nice pot.
I didn't know there was a name for that, Trey. A triple backdoor.
Oh, he did, yeah. Two straights in the back door
Yeah.
and the flush. Legendary. So with that, Alex is our current chip leader now, 15 million chips, and Dakota has dropped down to 13 million in chips. King Queen for Alex. He's going to raise it up and take it down.
Raise and take it.
Ooh, I like that by Trey. I like Trey's thoughts here.
Trey giving us a little insight.
A little re-click on the flop there with the Queen 5 suited. Buy the check for the river. Very nice payouts currently, Alexander. Agreed. These players have all locked up a 5-figure score. $11,000 to be precise. 11 actually to be precise. It is 11.8.
Yeah.
0.8. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Almost 12.
Confirmed. Big jump here. $5,200 ladder from third to second. And then 7,000 from second to first. Not too shabby, chat, for a $200 buy-in, huh?
But Drew, look at the difference from third to first, though. It's a 100% increase. So this is what you're looking at when you're looking at the difference. These guys are thinking about that first place finish.
For sure, Trey. I agree with Trey. It's just one of those. It's one of those plays. It's just so crazy. It just might work.
Unless you run into kings, but that's not going to happen very often.
Yeah.
Rob Gardner. Howdy, Rob. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you holding it down last weekend. Thank you for the kind birthday wishes. I did have
howdy. What's up, Rob? Good to see you, brother.
Oh, look at Van just limping with the queen. Maybe trying to induce. Dakota obliging with the raise. Oh, did he? He jammed. Yep, Van Triller jammed. All in, 6.1 million. Dakota, the snap call with nines.
Yep.
He's
Easy
in
call for the nines.
Good shape here. Needing to fade 3 queens.
So Van Trailer with the Queen 8 is at risk, everyone. Check jammed about 12 big blinds. And Dakota raising the nines from the big blind makes an easy call. And we have a 12 million chip pot.
King 10, 6, 2 clubs. Three spades. It's a safe turn card for Dakota.
Only a queen. Only a queen will keep a Van Trailer alive.
10 pairs the board. That is going to do it Well done. Nice game for Donovan.
Congratulations, Donovan. Incredible job finishing third out of 876 entrants, taking home $11,800. And we are now heads up. Both of these players, Dakota and Alex, aka AJ, have both locked up $17,000. And they are going to be playing, unless they decide to make a deal, we don't know. It looks like I think they're going to play it out. $7,000 heads up match.
I think they are. Look at their stack sizes. Very even.
It looks just so.
16.4 million for Alex, 18.4 million for Dakota.
I was like, I'm gonna have to hit.
Yeah.
Like they may be ahead, but I'm gonna have to hit.
I mean, it gets to that point when you don't have any pressure on you.
Yeah.
I was big blind. I was big blind.
Both players with over 30 big blinds.
So I'm small blind now.
Very even chip stacks as well. They're readjusting their positions. The trophy is on the table, everyone. The 100K Roundup trophy.
Well,
Nothing
that was
like
really
it,
nice of them, Drew, for them to reposition themselves and frame. This is a perfect framed shot here. I like it. We got the background of the main room of Rounders.
Yeah.
You guys are heads up. The trophy in the middle, in between them.
We're going to give a shout out to our production team, Director Chad, everyone else involved. This is
I really did think
a good setup here. We've got a good shot.
Really, like I did knock the last guy out.
Yeah,
so
good
now
job
we're-
by everybody.
but
Yeah.
in our Rounders
I was
team, Rounders
above
Tonight
average.
team.
Pretty much all day.
Right.
Our tournament director did a good job. Dan the man, Levitan. Our dealers, Fig and Bert. Oh my gosh, look at the first hand for Dakota. What a way to start.
Raised to 2.5 million.
1 point.
I mean, 1
The-
point.
The button is the small blind. He's going to raise. Do you show kings first hand, Drew, just to let him know what's coming? Just this is how it's going to go.
I'll show the kings because I know I'm going to have to raise heads up. So many more hands, and there's going to be a lot of bad hands in there. If I can get any sort of fold equity, I will take it because I'm just not going to have kings the majority of the time.
I think that's a good one to show because it's kings, because you're on the button, and it's the first hand of heads up. Chelsea is hyped in the chat.
1,250,000.
Shout it out. Let's go, AJ.
Very, very exciting stuff. Shout out to everyone out there rooting on for AJ, and of course, everyone rooting on Dakota here.
Yep.
I think this is going to be a fun heads up match, and it's a really nice stacked up. They're right around 30 big blinds each. So they don't just have to get it all in pre-flop. There's some scenarios where they could. There's some room to play post-flop. So we'll see. The trophy's out there. They know what they're fighting for.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of big blinds. They've got a lot of chips. They've got a lot of play. This is really good structure as it turns out.
Well, you got to finish.
Oh, okay, very good. They're like, what the hell?
I was going to use the right one.
In 250,000.
Dakota raising from the button with ace-10 offsuit. Alex, this is a hand you could definitely three bet with here. Drew, king-queen suited
25 is mine.
Yeah.
for Alex.
For sure, 100%. This is definitely a situation where even at these stacked ups, we could see all the chips go into the middle here. Your heads up, ace-10 is a monster. King-queen suited is a monster.
I agree, Sawmill. Uh-oh. But cooler heads prevail, and we're going to see a flop. Jack 8-3, but 2 clubs.
1,500,000.
Alex likes it. Dakota likes it.
Dakota's definitely going to call here with the ace-10. Backdoor clubs, straight draw. A lot of good cards can come for him on the turn.
Alex has a ton of equity on that flop, but Dakota's still winning. The turn is a safe turn for Dakota. He's still in the woo. Alex does not let up. He likes his 2 overs and the clubs and continues with the turn bet. I didn't catch the size, Drew. Did you happen to catch what he came with on that bet?
No, went a bit fast. I'm guessing it was going to be about, I thought it was going to be a million and a half or so in that spot. It was raised bigger, actually. It might have been 2 million because he made
think
it
so. I was
2.7
yeah, I was going to say 2.5 or so. But nonetheless, Alex does take it down and does have the chip lead. He's up over 20 million with that hand.
Dakota's going to raise up the ace-5 versus the limp.
1.5 million.
And it looks like Alex. Okay, no, he did call. Alex did make the call.
Bird was exposed.
Ace high still good. I think this is a bet that Dakota's going to find a check call a lot of the time. Ace high is good. He calls with the best hand.
Check.
2 checks. Dakota's still with the best hand. And then backdoor hearts get there.
Check.
5.
5 with an ace.
Little 5 million chip pot pickup for Dakota. That's going to help. Thank you, Deja Vu. The bet was 3 million on that hand we were talking about, Drew. So that was a meaty size bet.
Thanks, Miss Deja. Good to see you in the chat. That would be Nicolas Joyce if Alex were to win this tournament, considering his nickname, AJ. It would be pretty epic to do if he did it with the ace-jack.
Ace-8 offsuit for Dakota on the button.
Raised to 1,250,000.
Raise it up. 1.2 million to go.
And a call.
Suited queen for Alex. He'll make the call. King 9-5 rainbow flop. Good flop for Dakota to continue on with his ace high and pre-flop aggression. Man, those stack sizes are really, really close. 17 million to 16.6 million.
It's a lot to play for, $7,000. And I know that both of these players are really competitive. I could just tell. So I know both of them want to take home the trophy. You know, that physical memento. You were at Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas, February 2024. And you won a 100K guaranteed tournament. Here's my trophy.
Does the cash count as a physical memento also?
That's funny. I think so. And I do think that some players value the cash more than the trophy and vice versa. Big pot here.
Yeah,
Top
both players flopped a good pair. Pair of queens for Alex, pair of jacks for Dakota. But Dakota also turns the flush draw. What? 1.5. The min click, huh?
Check min raise from Alex here with the top pair. Easy call for Dakota, or call at least with the diamond draw. Another pot for Alex. Queen high is
God,
good.
and Dakota just wondering how he missed everything. Second pair, flush draw. Interestingly, though, Alex did start the hand with the best hand. Oh, look at this. Chelsea letting us know that literally all of West Texas is rooting for AJ. Whoop.
Shout out to West Texas.
Shout out to West Texas.
Thanks, brother. Cool. See you later, Zoom.
We're going to walk
Dakota.
there with 7-3.
Yeah, Dakota wanted nothing to do with that.
Understandable. Very understandable.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Chat just makes me laugh. Brandon says literally everywhere else in the world is rooting for Dakota.
They went prom dress shopping. They're gonna be like, we have to go with you every time now.
This is great.
I almost didn't play this because my wife is due next week.
Oh yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you.
250,000.
And
First one.
it's my first one. And I
Oh,
almost
shoot.
scared of like baby being born. So I don't know.
Wow, Dakota is playing for diapers, Drew.
I love that. I'm rooting for him a little bit more now. You got to,
A
huh?
little bit more. Yeah, that's that little diaper equity,
And a
man.
17-year-old and a
I didn't
15-year-old.
know.
Wonderful.
7-year-old.
Hold it back already.
God.
2.7.
And poor Alex. I mean, what's Alex supposed to do with that information? He just waited until this final moment when their heads up, playing for $24,000 first place to let him know, hey, by the way, I'm expecting my first child any minute.
Yeah.
That just softened up Alex. It's like a gut punch.
But I think Dakota also knows that Alex is out here with his family shopping for prom dresses. So both of them for the family, no?
That's true. Yeah. They're doing it for the family.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. I know all about that.
Raise 1,250,000.
A couple of reasonable hands here. King 6 of diamonds versus the Queen 7 offsuit. We're going to raise and a call.
I never played heads up before.
And love it. You what? What'd you say?
I said I've never played heads up before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's fun.
I think you're doing what you're supposed to, enter raising, right?
100,000.
That's like part of the reason I didn't want to chop. I was like, dude, I've never been top 3 in a tournament before. I mean, you get top 3 and then like just not play. I don't know. Like,
right.
I want to at least see what it's about.
Drew, interesting insight from Dakota. He just mentioned to Alex that he's never played heads up before. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I touched base on that earlier about how.
What about the fact that he told his opponent that?
I think they're both being quite friendly. They're being conversational heads up. This is nice. I'm enjoying listening to it, and we do get confirmation that Dakota wanted to get some experience playing three-handed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So this is very, very cool, actually.
In our like garage is
Let's hear what they're talking about.
Do things is our home garage right now.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm in the military, so.
Oh, nice. What part?
Yeah, he's just.
I'm in the Air Force.
Very cool.
250,000.
My wife is in San Diego watching.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
we went to Coronado Island.
Yeah.
Saw like the jet going over and stuff.
It's awesome. It's very pretty. Okay. Check.
Wow.
Ah,
That's all you. Two red
That
cards.
hits Alex right between the eyes. He flopped the flush.
Two red cards and no pair.
Boy, my man Dakota just
My
hitting
buddy was
poor
texting me
Alex.
some of the hands, and he was pulling some gangster moves.
that guy?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He remember when he 4-bet me? I don't know. You might not.
I'm not sure.
But we were playing three. It was just three of us.
He
He raised on button. I 3-bet. He 4-bet me with 8-9.
Shit.
Like,
Did your buddy tell you about the hand you and me were in?
I don't think so. No.
Ace high clubs. It was you, me, and the
Oh no,
other
you
guy.
didn't tell me about that one, but you did say good fold, so I figured it was something.
Not-
Yeah.
I had king high club.
I had a weak
Yeah, Dakota mentioning to
Yeah,
Alex that
like I
his
thought
friend
about checking the turn
gave him a
back
little insight on
and
a hand that was played previously.
I'm just never gonna get big off. You know, like
Nah.
it was too early for anybody to really try to run some crazy shit. Which like it's good for
was
him
short
that it
pick.
worked out, but
Yeah.
like you and me had chips, like it didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense at all. No. It like he playing pretty face up.
Yeah, and then that one hand that was 5-5 jacks. You were original range. You checked it. I bet because I had king jack with a king of spades or two spades, and then an ace turned.
Yeah.
Check 2 river, and you bet like hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I had a 5.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like nothing.
Yeah, my buddy.
He's not afraid of me having a 5. I don't know.
My buddy texted me and was like, "That was the worst turn ever for you." The 8.
Yeah.
Why?
What a treat here, Rude. We get to hear them talking about past hands in the middle of the heads-up match, and just really good energy. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, they're being conversational, just kind of, playing against each other, trying to, knock each other's teeth out with chips, as it were. But kind of just being open and honest, just having, just having a conversation.
Yeah, I think they're both enjoying the ride. It's fun to see.
Wait.
Oh, you called?
No, it's you. I'm the big blind, right?
Good, but
They're small.
So I'm in for. What am I in for?
you're the small blind.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
There you go.
What is?
That's not my 1.2 under.
Range is 1.2. 1.250. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I heard the brain there for like a long.
Dakota got lost for a second. He lost his place.
Freeze.
Both players with suited Broadway cards. I think that's a good idea. What happened there, Drew, is that Dakota got lost. He lost. He didn't know if he was in the small blind or big blind. Tried to raise, made an awkward raise. The chips were wrong. He put them down, picked the other ones back up, and then Alex makes a raise. And so, just everything was just wonky from the start on that hand. So he made a good decision. Just let it go, right? Reset.
For sure. He could have also called potentially in position there because he did have a suited jack on the button.
Where it was like king 7-7.
Yeah.
I had like jack 9. I was like, I'm so short. I have to make a play. Like
as the cards were, and with position, I think he definitely could have played it. But I think his
gonna watch that
mind, his focus, his brain was just a little bit, he was just off kilter there. Just didn't feel right.
Check.
Middle pair for Dakota. Oh. Alex now takes the lead with top pair.
And the queen's going to take it.
Pair of queens for Alex. Good for that pot.
Daniel. What do you want me to tell him?
Button back to Dakota.
So yeah, we are, for those of you just tuning in, we are heads up here. Both of these players have locked up $17,000, $24,000 for first place. So this is a $7,000 heads up match. Very, very competitive match by two very deserving players. This is a fun one to watch here. And if you are in the San Antonio area, tomorrow, Monday, we have the Big 50, 10,000 guaranteed event, $160 buy-in with one optional rebuy for $125, starting at 6. Late registration closes at 9:45. We are back to the action here as we continue. Alex with the current chip lead. He's got 20 million chips at the 500K big blind level.
That's a lot of chips. He still has 40 big blinds.
Yep. Plenty of chips. Plenty of chips.
By the way, what a handsome trophy, huh? I didn't get to see that one close up.
Yep. It's a really nice trophy. It's, I don't want to say elegant, but it's classy. It's clean. What's up there, Chris Rebuy in the chat? Says Rebuy here. Made some mistakes at the final table, but happy with 5th. Congrats to this whole final table. Congrats to you too, Rebuy. Nice job.
Yeah.
It was fun watching you.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
1,250,000. Raised to 2.7 million.
Dakota with a 3-bet from the big blind with an ace. That's going to work. Takes it down. And a question from the chat, Deja Vu says, wants to know if you're allowed to make a deal and then play out for a smaller amount and the trophy. Definitely. You can definitely do that. You can make deals. You can discuss it. You can decide to maybe you want to set aside, let's just say $5,000 and then chop the rest of it. And then the person then they'll play it out the rest of the way for the trophy and the additional $5,000. Or anything like that. It's up to you.
I like money, Rude.
You like money? I like money.
You know why? Because money buys me noodles, Korean barbecue, Chinese buffet.
Oh, yes.
Some of my favorite things. Two nice hands here, heads up with the 9-7 of diamonds versus the King 9. Dakota raises it up. Alex makes the call.
$850,000.
Looks like Dakota going with about a third of the pot. And this is the thing about heads up is you just kind of can't check fold King 9 after you call a raise. And Alex opting to go with the raise. I think check call is a reasonable option as well. But he decides to apply the pressure, take it down now, and very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it worked.
That said, it does have me thinking, Rude. You asked earlier, Dakota revealing that this is his first time playing heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Is that information that Alex will utilize and maybe try to apply a little bit of extra pressure to Dakota?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, is it wise to divulge that much information? That's critical.
But at the same time, what I also think about is the fact that Dakota was part of declining the deal 3-handed because he wanted the experience. I have a lot of respect for that. I love that. And yeah, I'm not rooting against either of these players. I'm excited to be here calling the shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Dakota's got a nice one here. Top pair, 5 of spades. Not too much for Alex. He does have king high.
Uh-oh. 4th spade on the board.
Five of spades.
Alex says king high. Dakota was reluctant to show his hand yet. He wasn't sure if he meant king high flush or just king high, king high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Alex still with the chip lead. They've kind of been trading chips back and forth after that one sizable pot.
Yep, very true. And blinds are going to go up here in, I believe, 10 to 15 minutes, kind of in that range. Blinds are going to go up to 600,000. So that will shallow out the average stack depth here, but they've still got plenty of chips to play.
Yeah, that'll move things along, won't it? What is that card in front of the stack of Dakota? Can you see? Can you make out what that is?
Dakota mentioned earlier, I believe that might be his business card, the company that his wife and him started up. If I remember hearing correctly earlier, I believe that's what it is. Looks like we got friends or family in the chat. What's up there, Wade? You can kind of tell, right? You can kind of tell. Chat, tell me. Friend or family right here? Wade Scott.
OMG.
OMG.
Hunter says the card is gamble or die apparel. Gamble or die. That's what that says.
T-shirt. The t-shirt he's wearing right now. He's got a gamble or die t-shirt on.
Nice.
Yep, now I see it. I see the G, I see the D. Alex has the notorious Jack 4 offsuit. He's going to raise it and take it.
From the button. Yep. Ghost of M says he gambled and died anyway.
He is the ghost.
You know what? 874 people that happened to in this tournament over the last 3 or 4 days. So you're not alone, Ghost. It's really interesting that tournaments have kind of a life of their own. This one, when we got to heads up, there was a lot of play left. So this is what you get. You get a lot of back and forth. You get a couple of moves here and there. But we've had other tournaments, Drew, where you and I have been on the call, and there isn't really room. Like the blinds have gotten so high. By the time we're heads up, there's not very much betting. It's going to be all in.
Yep. So this is I guess, lower frequency average stack depth going into heads up. But that said, also, a lot of the times when we get down to the final, let's say less than 5 players, people start to discuss deals. And a lot of the time, once the players are open to discussing a deal has been made here. Not this one, though. 3-handed, a deal was discussed, and they did not agree. So we play on.
Alex raises from the button, 8-5 suited. Dakota defends with the king. King 9 off. 10-4, 3-2 hearts. Really misses both players.
Dakota going to take a stab here with king high. Alex does have the best hand, picking up the 8 on the turn. Makes the quick call. And he does still have the best hand. This is a cool spot, actually, for Dakota to continue bluffing. 5 million in the middle. He's got 12 million in his stack. Let's see if he finds the bet or if he's just going to wave the flag.
What are your thoughts, Drew? Why do you like this spot for a bluff?
He's got the 9, so it's less likely his opponent has a hand like Jack 9. His opponent just called the turn, and a lot of players are going to call with a single heart on this turn. Even if it is a pair and a single heart, it's going to call.
You're welcome, everyone. We get to peek into Drew's mind on this one.
And Dakota bets 3 million into the 5 million chip pot, and it does work. Take it down. So very, very nice. And Dakota hasn't necessarily gotten too out of line. I think he's built up that equity. So, Root, our players are going to take a quick break. Chat, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. If you're enjoying the stream, you love Final Tables, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We will be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
See how you act. I told you I got lucky on the river. Hey, you guys just witnessed poker, y'all.
Oh my God.
That's old school, new school, and that's what happens.
Pokery, that's salesmanship.
That was the fucking go-to saying.
You ever pull a beauty contest card and you have to walk around and like walk like in a beauty pageant? Oh, flopping the set here, Skrilla. How much better can he run tonight?
The best one was Stan.
And he's
For Jungle Man. And
somebody's leading out into him.
That was actually a more recent one, but
Must be used for check raises always nice. Well, that's Mike getting a little frisky here.
Well, Skrilla folded. Oh no, who was that? The fold? Rocket?
Skrilla's getting super cagey with the flat here. Well, no, because now the draws get there.
It said like Chaz Lee.
You gotta lead out.
I forgot. No, it said like
this Chazley, I think.
Was it? Yeah, Chaz Lee. And I saw your picture and I was like, this dude.
Will Mike gamble with him?
Molested.
Spades?
You didn't even know?
Oh, he does.
Because I was with like month over month.
That's all in.
Gambles with him.
So I was like, dude, I was
Straight draw, flush draw. Flush draw, straight draw. Pink. Got there both ways.
Made the straight and made the flush.
Because I commented, you're like, you're on the starting lineup. I was like, I got a play.
no, and if people can't shoot it, that's fine.
It's a big play.
Look at Rolex with the 3 bets.
And he's dominated.
Chaz with a pair. Chaz with a flat with a pair there.
No, that'd be nice.
Boop. Oh, we got so close.
Set.
Got a straight draw for Rolex Mike.
Got shot.
You can see that. Chaz with the. Oh, that's a good card.
Rolex will continue firing.
2 street.
9-10 is already there though.
Yeah.
He's all in. Quads.
Just that's it.
4 fours.
Just a little quads. 4 fours.
A lot of fours.
You only got no one number.
Chaz, what are you going to do here?
I'm going to absolutely annihilate her.
Bubbles, why do you believe in yourself?
Give it my all.
Chaz, you don't have to say, but how much LBs do you think you have on Bubbles right now?
LBs? What are those?
A lot. The number is a lot.
What's an LB?
Pounds. Were you in some sort of like arm wrestling school that we don't know about?
I think that's good. I can't discuss Okay. What's the line?
The line is Chaz wins.
Yeah, he's at minus 500.
The line is no shot.
Alright, ready?
You ready?
Bubbles, remember the technique I told you.
Alright.
You ready? We think that there's going to be some shenanigans right here.
Wait, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Oh, wow. I hope she beats him really bad.
You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
What is that? Wait, how does this work?
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
Are you betting 100 on this as well?
I'm gonna leave this just happening.
Jeez, I can't follow it action close enough. Okay, she lost in this too.
Chaz gonna call on the button with ace deuce of spades. It does just call.
Yeah.
And Zach, we'll see if he goes for the. Yeah, it does elect to just flat this time with the Queen 10 suited.
Although Preston's not going to have many 8s here.
Yeah, if anyone's going to have 8s here, or excuse me, an 8 here, it's definitely going to be Zach in the big blind. And with the hard draw, I would not be shocked to see a raise here, but he does just call.
Oh wow, that's a turn.
That is a turn. Does like to check, and I think Preston's probably going to continue betting for value.
Yeah, and now Zach, with not that much, might just go for. Oh, looks like he's going for somewhat of a min raise. Not exactly, but a little over a min raise here. Problem is, I'm not sure if you're folding if it doesn't boat up anyway.
That's a good point. Yeah, we've all told ourselves, I'm folding if this doesn't boat up, and then
yeah, he had it on right after the last hand.
Yeah, and he is gonna shove. And
I got snap called.
Wow, I'm surprised to see the snap. I guess he kind of already decided that he was gonna commit his hand.
Chaz with the jacks, 2 red jacks.
That's JJ's hand.
Does JJ have anything he can compete with? He does.
He
Texas
does.
Poker Champ with the ace queen.
Chaz is going to try to beat JJ with JJ.
JJ coming in for the re-raise makes it 150. And then Chris has...
He's going to call with 7s.
7s, yep. He started with 1,500, it looks like. Maybe 1,600. But he's going to
out of position.
Chaz makes it 500, it looks like. JJ's going to make the call.
He's going to look him up.
Chris decides no. $1,100 pot. Chaz puts out what looks to be $250.
It's not enough equity there. I don't think I would make the call. I think I want a little bit more connectivity from the board.
He checks.
It's a quick check.
Chaz is getting
trying
tricky.
to give JJ some rope.
Need to start bluffing it. And he decides to check. Looking for an ace or a queen. Yeah, it would have been interesting. Chaz checking again. 3-bet pre-flop.
He's going to make a bet here. He's going to try to see if he can get 9s or something like that to fold. But
Chaz
he's
with the
too
call. And Chaz is going to take it down with the jacks.
I'll fucking fall for it. Someone has to fucking fall for it.
You're about to get physically
Looking to get them around the drinks right now, guys. See if I can do it. And got a raise here from Seti with a pretty good hand. King queen offsuit.
Oh my god. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh. I knew it. I was like, don't speak news now. Hold it.
We get an all-in from 4s from Seti. I mean, from Chaz, and Seti's gonna snap call, and I think Seti. I don't know if Chaz added on afterward, but instantly getting another shove pre-flop, and Seti.
We're looking for a very low flop.
It's a 50-50.
We're trying to connect. We need a low board.
And this is a reverse of what Seti was in last time. Oh, and it's a 4 on the flop. Seti drawing pretty much dead. Needs runner straight here. And it's not going to happen. Chaz boats up, and I think they probably run it once.
Oh, well, I'm
So she's cool with you.
He's gonna be covered.
Oh, is Chaz slow rolling? Oh my goodness, Chaz slow rolls the shit out of Seti. And you know, you can see that they're really good friends there. And we also have a ton of awesome content on that. And Preston is going to wake up with aces in one of the blinds here.
I think he's going to just limp it for the extra 10. Oh my god, he's going for a raise. That is surprising.
And the sizing is weird. I like it and I don't at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Would you prefer bigger or smaller?
I think because everyone's going to call the way that the action went, and it's a $20 straddle, I'm really surprised at how small this is. But
yeah, it might be because he doesn't feel like he needs as much protection with aces. Like you can see even, what is that, 4 ways, he's still got 60%. Whereas with a hand like kings, his percent would be a lot lower.
Definitely.
If anybody had an ace, but
like this board. But what I was gonna say was that there's no flop that he's gonna love.
Right.
And the problem is that this is one of the worst flops. And Alex with open-ended and a pair, as well as backdoor flush, is just in this spot when Alex calls with 2 left behind. You're not feeling super good here.
No, you're definitely not. I mean, and Alex is going to flat a lot of strong hands. I think he would probably just call with even sets. And Alex is just going to make basically the nuts here. And I think Preston's going to check this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd be hard pressed to see him bet here.
And the question is, do you think Alex is going to bet this in position?
I see a check. I see a bet. He does go for a small bet. I do like both plays.
Yeah, Preston having the ace of spades, I think, is a bad card for him because you're going to want Alex to have spades in this spot, you know?
Alex has been shown to bluff, but this spot is not an easy spot to bluff. Preston does call.
Yeah, you're basically only beating spade draws, I think, and maybe heart draws that floated the flop.
Yeah, and an ace would be... Oh, that's a terrible card for Preston. That is a really bad card for Preston. The way that the action ran out, he's still going to have spades that he's going to be bluffing here, and we've seen that Alex is able to bluff in this spot, and Preston is getting a decent price. Yeah, this is rough for Preston.
Yeah, do you think he gets away from this? No, he does.
No.
He does just call.
And, oof.
Looks like Preston's going to be done for the night. Yeah, that's a rough one to end on.
I'm just here for the commentary. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
I hope
You're going to get squeezed off and lose probably $200, $250.
Chaz, I was going to say, I didn't know what he was going to go with, but I could see him shoving here, too.
This flop, which is going to be...
Oh, wow.
Give him a 9. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, against a blind range. I mean, obviously he's not blind anymore. I think he looked at his hand before calling.
Yeah, and he definitely pressed on this one.
You already said that.
Well,
you can't just do it again.
I was wondering if he would press on. He did press on. just for those who didn't know what the joke originally was gonna mean, and this 6 is actually a little scary for pressed on. Because Chaz does have some 10s, and there's a lot of hands. If he is calling you on this flop, he's not going to float as much of a hand like ace-deuce, and it looks like Preston actually might have like 500 more.
Yeah, this is a very committing bet with the 425 when Preston's only got, it looks like, according to the graphic, he's only got like 600 left. And, wow, Chaz is going to float here with ace, or not float, I mean, I guess at this point he's just calling down with ace high on this board.
Yeah, and it's also indicative of knowing his image is that Preston is one of the players who will be willing to bet here with Queen Jack, for example. And wow, this river is terrible for Preston. If Chaz goes all in, he's putting him in the blender here, although Chaz does have ace high, which has a bit of showdown value, but this river hits him.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the hands that Chaz is beating, it's going to be like Queen Jack.
Oh, and he goes all in.
Oh, no. Is Preston ever folding here? Yeah,
he snap calls, and those he added on for a lot.
Oh, he had 1,500 behind.
We have.
And we're back.
1.3.
Back to the heads up. Thank you for joining us for the $100,000 guarantee Rounders Roundup. 876 entries. We are down to the final 2. First place is going to take home a cool $24,000. We join them midway through the hand. Jack high flop, 2 hearts, top pair for Alex.
Bet 1.3 million. And a call.
Dakota makes a call with a king.
$500,000.
Alex with the value bet. Ooh, Dakota makes a call.
Sorry. Wrong one. I meant the chip that you, the cards that hit. I did it backwards.
That was a call. And then the Jack 9 and 8. Yes.
Yeah, Jack 9 for Alex is top pair. Alex is going to take that one down. It's now Alex's button. And we're back. Drew.
Yes, my good sir.
20 million chips in Alex's stack, 14 million chips in Dakota's stack, and the blind levels are 300, 600,000.
Yep. Average chips are about 30 bigs. Right at 30 bigs here. Both Alex and Dakota playing for their family. Kind of, in a sense here.
No, it's
You know,
true. Yeah, it really is. They're the competitors. They're the ones at the table, but they're here for a mission, for a purpose.
Dakota got a baby on the way.
Yep.
Alex is here doing some prom dress shopping with his family.
Prom night on the way, as it were, for Alex.
Yeah, lots of chips. That is correct, Alex. Every player started this tournament with 40,000 in chips, and now we see that two players have millions and millions of chips.
Here we are, heads up, and we find ourselves on hand 114 of the final table tonight. There's that hand we like, Drew. The Queen Jack suited for Alex from the big blind. He's facing a raise from Dakota with an ace 6 offsuit.
Raised to 3 million.
So Alex is going to 3-bet with suited Queen Jack. Dakota's going to make the call in position. This flop is just going to allow Alex to continue with his aggression easily. See, 2 overs and an open-ended straight draw. It's a really nice flop for that hand. So he does c-bet and takes it down. Dakota just gets out of the way. Did I have that backwards? I may have had that backwards.
Raised to 1.3.
Dakota on the button with the suited jack. Raises 1.3 million. Alex makes the call. Here we go to the flop. Paired board 855. Dakota flops trips for the. I don't even know how many times. It seems like we've had trips lots and lots of times tonight.
Well, Dakota flopped Jack 5-5 earlier with Jack 5. This time he's just got the 5s. A lot of 5s. Alex picks up a weak diamond draw there.
2,500,000.
All right, so it looks like Dakota bet again, and Alex let go of his baby flush draw and his king high. What's up there, Kirk? Jacob, Slim Jim, everyone in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate your company. We are heads up. $7,000 heads up match. And the trophy that you can see there in the middle of the table will go to the winner. 2 decent hands, Queen 9 on the button, and a King Jack suited for Dakota.
1,100,000.
What is up there, Demo? Hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Dakota decides to make the call. We got ace, ace, 6. Both players are happy with going to the turn. King high still in the lead.
Bet 1,500,000.
600,000.
I'm sorry, 600,000. But that was and a call. 600,000.
We do have some new chips introduced, everyone. The million chips. They are a shade of green. If you see them next to the 500K, the 500Ks are the purple chips. The green, the lime green, are 100K chips.
3 million.
Dakota's still with the best hand.
Facing a bet from Alex on a bluff.
It is a big bet. Alex betting 3 million into what looks to be 4.7 million. On the bigger side, not too big.
75%. Yeah. Sizable. It's a meaty one. I got to be honest, I've never seen those million tournament chips.
Chips?
Must be nice. Yep. I haven't seen those up close. Oh, gets it through.
Dakota believes the story. Alex with the queen high muscles away. The pot from Dakota there. And Alex extends his chip lead, 22.2 million in chips. What's up there, JD Arriaga? Rooting for his man AJ. He's almost got a 2-1 chip lead here, JD. But Dakota still has 20 blinds. Plenty of chips to make a comeback.
1,200,000.
King Queen suited for Alex. Dakota raising the button with the Jack 7 offsuit.
Raised to 3,500,000 and a fold.
Very quick fold from Dakota. Understandable. Alex probably ready to get that in there with the King Queen suited.
Yeah, probably so. Gaining a little bit of momentum now is Alex.
What's up there, Trey H in the chat? Looks like rooting on Dakota.
An ace on the button for Alex. He limps.
Check.
Dakota not having any of it. He's just going to let it go. They both limp. Both players will see a flop of King 7-4. Top pair for Dakota. Second pair for Alex. Like this bet size.
Raised 1,600,000.
I like the
Quick
raise
call.
from Dakota. Yep,
yeah,
I like
quick
the raise.
call by Alex.
Dakota's still got the lead here with the top pair. 4.7 in the middle. Looks like he's betting 2.1. 2.1.
And Alex with a quick call again. This pot is very, very sizable now. 9 million chips in the pot.
Whoa.
Ace on
Alex
the river.
rivers the ace.
Giving him 2 pair.
And now tough spot here for Dakota. Alex just called the check raise, called the turn bet, and when Dakota checks, Alex snap all in with 2 pair. Now Dakota only has 6.8 million behind, 11 blinds. He has to decide, is Alex bluffing? Maybe a 5-6. 5-8 needs calls.
This tournament's over. It's over just like that. Dakota did a great job of building that pot. He was in the lead the whole way after the flop, and Alex just runs him down on the river.
Ace river jack for it.
Makes a good play. Dakota made the call. And ladies and gentlemen, the champion of the $100,000 Rounders Roundup, $24,000 in the trophy
These two, right?
is Alex. Alex from West Texas.
Alex from West Texas is going to remember this trip with the family, the day that they came to San Antonio, Texas to go dress shopping for their little girl. And now here we are, Alex lining up for the champions photo with his chips. And also Dakota, shout out to Dakota. He played great. He's got a baby on the way. He is in the military. He's a great energy. He's a good poker player. He's going to finish second for $17,000. So incredible run.
Congratulations to both guys. You really enjoyed that final table.
Yes, definitely. And 876 entries, Rude. It was a very enjoyable night. And we have a winner. What do you think? What are your thoughts? How are you feeling in this moment?
No, I got to tell you, I mean, I do like this final table. I think the players were all pretty experienced. I think they did a good job of the poker play was high level. Shout out to Rounders, man. $100,000 guarantee. We got over $140,000 in the prize pool. $24,000 for a $200 entry. Fantastic.
Yep. Great return on investment. Very exciting final table. Nice battle. 3-handed, 2-handed. And Alex coming down with the title. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out, watching the stream. If you did enjoy this stream, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you know when we post highlight videos, we go live. And if you're ever in the San Antonio area, come check us out, rounderscardclub.com. You can learn more about the club. We got a full-service bar and grill, barbershop, full-length golf simulators, full golf simulators. I don't know if the length thing makes sense, but it's a great time. I'm a big fan. I'm here in San Antonio. Rude's here in San Antonio.
Yep.
And
come find us. Come say hello.
It's going to do it for us, Rude.
All right. We will see you guys next time. And for everybody on the Rounders Tonight team, thank you for joining us. See you next time. Good night.